fight. Daggers here thrown out by Poppers, fighting desperately Celeste in this fight to keep FPS Lounge in it. But after Ido went down, Melee Creeps were in a pretty healthy spot. Ranger there briefly cubing himself. And it's really about Fishcake to try and find an outlet for all this angst, all this anger. Be careful. Immobilized briefly by the Daggers. Another chase is on. Poppers spotted in the distance, very, very low. And Fishcake flicks upward to finish the job.
Yeah, very Quake-like flick rail kind of action with that shot. As Fishcake is right now just too extraordinarily just chunky. As a Shiv, this part of the game, Shiv gets ridiculously dangerous. And we're seeing it there. Even despite FPS Lounge getting a nice opener, you know, able to take down Ido in that fight, being a 6v5. I mean, you couldn't really ask for more than that, Mitch. You know, now we're at this. We're looking at Troopers just smashing and trying down by themselves.
That's crazy. The Hidden King's forces defiling this place. Unreal. They'll be diverted, but there'll be some assistance now. John looking to shove the rest of the shrine in. And of course, there will be some presence here from Melee Creeps to try and get the job done. Many of them, though, still working on that mid-boss, so rejuve credits and a healthy little infusion of souls to put them in a position to close this game out. John here, obviously, showcasing the sort of headhunter, tank buster, leech look on the Lash, showing that obviously if it's not Mirage he's up on, or Bebop, he can certainly find something to get the job done. Rejuve's picked up, Rokane falls by the wayside, and an insurmountable soul lead over to Melee Creeps now, as it's really just a formality.
Yeah, definitely formality. I mean, it's a rough spot, you know.
There we go.
FPS Lounge, at the point at which they lost that mid-boss with Snakes kind of stuck behind the door. You know, I feel like Rokane maybe wasn't far ahead enough at that point. I think, you know, he's doing a great job, but you really need some kind of X factor, something that could have helped you. But killing an Apollo, especially at this soul deficit, not going to happen. The riposte always going to get you out of there, and execution, killing blow landed onto Snakes from Fishcake, as the remainder of FPS Lounge are unceremoniously dispatched.
Yeah, this should be it. It's funny, Ido actually carrying the match up against FPS Lounge a second time consecutively, just in arguably a very different way. But you can see just why Doorman is so coveted here. And this is what happens when you ban Pocket. It's kind of, you know, damned if you do or damned if you don't. Or rather, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Ido's going to get a hero that can really change the face of the game, warp it. And FPS Lounge once more will be denied the opportunity to fight in a money match. It's Melee Creeps once more advancing to go after Floorman.
Absolutely, yeah. Melee Creeps against Floorman, certainly going to be a banger, a rematch. However, I gotta say, you know, I was very impressed.
Melee Creeps take the first game. I missed that. I've been like an hour late coming home from work,
honestly,
so
I mean,
I'm
the
super
game
late
was
today
anybody's.
to get
You know, we
the
got to
stream
that
going.
place again where there's going to be that forever question. You know, if Snakes doesn't get stuck.
But I want to start reacting to the Nightshift,
the
and
most pivotal fight in the entire
let me
game.
find
With that happened, so just very unfortunate. But for FPS Lounge, I think, you know, they were kind of behind, Mitch. I think for the first 10-15 minutes, they were kind of trailing a little bit behind, but they managed to
basically
fight
our
their way
test
back
stream right
through,
now.
you know, mixture of really good individual
have not
play and
streamed it
macro
forever.
play. So, you know, good things to look forward to for here in North America throughout the rest of the month. But we say goodbye to them for now.
Let's see if I can get audio here.
Dr. Indiana Jones.
Indiana, good luck, Indy. You think you know the Great Circle, and you don't know its power.
Hello, little darling.
Oh, that's kind of war crimes. And we saw how quickly they were able to shove, you know, that first Guardian down and rotate in for buffs straight away. They get both of those buffs, and still FPS Lounge fighting really well. I think that the Silver and Celeste lane on the right side, they also tried to assert themselves, get themselves that lead.
Oh, nice.
And they are so slippery, they are so constantly all across the map that they were able to, you know, I think make their presence felt in a lot of those fights. And all this is set against the backdrop, Dan, of, you know, the potential of Shift to scale and what Warden's going to be doing. Rokane looked pretty good.
Hey, looks like we're getting stuff settled out here.
But couldn't really scale to where he needed to there, and you could kind of say the same for the Mirage.
Let's try to get a quick
It's definitely
recap.
hard, I think, for Mirage.
What just happened? Melee
I
creeps
gotta say, I
won.
think Snakes and Lomain stood out to me. I think Poppers did a good job on Celeste, doing the Celeste things, but the Snakes and Lomain
Against
had a
FPS
really
launch.
good,
By the way, I
you know,
think
first 15 minutes.
I
of the
think
game.
Low Main is
Like,
the
you know,
best player in
as you
FPS
mentioned,
launch
Lomain
by
got
a lot.
lot of consecutive kills. We saw a really nice
And
hook
I've
there
never
previously
seen him
onto
play
Fishcake,
Bebop, so maybe that was a
to
bad
find that pick there as
pick
well.
by him.
And
Never mind, he
just
went
in
8-9.
general,
He
you
played
know,
pretty good.
Snakes and
Considering
Lomain
his
were
team
driving a lot of
lost
the action. I think
badly.
you have to drive that action until
He actually got 8
some of
kills.
the other heroes can come online a little bit later on. You know, whether that's Mirage or
But yeah, the plan is basically doing a watch party every Wednesday. So we'll be able to catch the best 2 out of 3 for the North American final.
Here looking at the numbers,
I just need to figure out how to change my stream thumbnail, dude. Still more rivals. I just need to change that, and then we're kind of golden.
I do think that, like, you know, on some of these you know, gun-related sort of heroes, you're picking up that headhunter early in the game. You're just trying to sort of flatten people. But this is what I'm kind of saying. I was pretty excited that Sire's moving back over to the pick roll. He and John have always felt like the beating heart of this team, even if Ido is the one that is being the diva and holding us up for 10 minutes, you know, every week. But that is pretty insane. So active across the map because, yeah, top in kills, but still 23 assists alongside John's. And I'm like extolling the virtues of this Celeste and Silver mobility everywhere across the map, omnipresent. John and Sire combined for a total of like 48 assists. You cannot deny that these guys are having a huge impact across the game, and Sire's doing that whilst picking up a you know, a really nice amount of farm as he rotates on through. So really impressive stuff. I think this Melee Creeps team definitely emerge a cut above, even with that mild controversy with that Ido suffered. And by the way, shout out to chat because you're very reasonable about it. Obviously, you know, we're pretty seasoned by this point. If you're a lover of Deadlock, you're used to playing what we call a quote-unquote unfinished game. But yeah, I think that, like, even that aside, John and Sire, especially when it came to closing out the game, Dan, were stupendous.
Yeah, and you know, it was such a close game. I mean, if you look at the Souls history at the bottom of the screen, you get to see that, hey, yeah, Melee Creeps, they had a really strong start, but by that like 12, 13
here we go. I can change the thumbnail. Let's go, baby. This is what I was looking for.
I'm starting to take control, but the game is still very, very close, and so that's why those pivotal fights like around the mid boss can really mean so much. But
yo, this thumbnail is gonna crack me up, dude.
Aside,
oh, it's good. That's good stuff. Let me just double check if it loads.
You know, there's a couple ways you could go with it. You know, obviously, you know, Sire from the statistics, we could certainly performed very, very well. You know, I think Dew had a really good game.
Let's go, baby.
But of course, it's going to be Sire to claim the MVP.
Okay, dude, this test stream, I'm slowly getting things fixed, dude. I love it.
You're not normally, I think, expecting like your pick player to just have so much impact, so much damage. I have to wonder now just how many carbines were connected over the course of that game just in order to make this damage so high. I also like the Curse Relic. I mean, it's just obviously a no-brainer addition to this, you know, incredibly powerful pick potential. Yeah, we saw this guy basically all over the map here. Bringing back the glory days, and by that I mean 2025, where he was basically on Paradox a whole day every single week and absolutely dominating. So fun game, one that's marred by a bit of a technical issue midway through, but Melee Creep still up to the roll trick. Still for me, I don't know, just chef's kiss when it comes to the macro game, coming out of a really brawly early mid game.
Yeah, it was really fun back and forth between these teams. I do think that, you know, what's really cool to see Paradox back in, or one reason it's cool to see Paradox back is because despite, you know, as you mentioned, being someone that has very high team fight participation, you know, you're looking at trying to get those picks in the mid to late game especially as well. Set your team up. Paradox, like the really good Paradox players would just be absolute sleepers on the damage, and there were certain players that would play Paradox and would always get the top of the damage or close to the top of the damage of the scoreboard. So it's very secretly. So I feel like it's just kind of cool that we see a return to that sleeper damage Paradox situation here with Sire's performance, and like you said, cool return to that identity as well.
Now, so there you have it. It's Melee Creeps advancing once again to take on Floorman in our money match. Good to see, obviously, FPS Lounge turn up yet again, and they had to fight pretty hard for that challenger spot. So credit to them, but we will be having a rematch of our last month's best of 3. So don't go too far. Hopefully it goes all the way. We'll be right back with shift number 39 right here on Deadlock Nightshift.
Oof. After this break, though, I'm excited to see the match here. Let me just change into shorts because I'm wearing khakis from work still. Times better. Let's go, baby. Dude, I can't wait for Deadlock Esports to take off. It's gonna make like, I think these pro teams are obviously very good, but I think when this game fully launches and has like dedicated esports and a lot more people playing the game, like, I think both these teams will be like in the G League compared to like the best pro teams. Even though they've been playing the game way longer, like, there's just so much undiscovered talent because the game's in closed beta. That is what I'm stoked for, to be honest. Let's see. Texting my friend to watch Obsession. I don't know if any of you guys watched Obsession, that movie that came out Friday. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Okay. Let's see here. Huh. Wonder. Oh, here we go. Dude, I made a custom. Oh, I just changed the thumbnail. It's a custom piece of artwork by me. Let me know what you think. I basically drew stick figures of a guy on a couch watching the TV with his cat. Shout out Mr. Pencil. Let's see what the Nightshift chat is saying. Nerf / remove metal skin. Yeah, okay, that's a Haze player for sure. When did we get a Deadlock series like Arcane? Oh my god, that'd be so good. And who should our MC be? Don't say something boring like Abrams. Dude, Arcane is a top 10 TV show of all time. They did so good with that show. If this game had its own show, I genuinely think they would do someone like Pocket, because he's tied in the story more than most of the other characters, like his dad owning like the company with all the boxes and whatever his story was with Mina. But I would be most interested if they did the Deadlock TV show about the doorman, because he's, I think most people would agree, like the most interesting character in the game. Like, imagine that the show is kind of like showing his day-to-day working at the hotel. No one really knows that he's this like demonic god or whatever, and then, you know, then you could transition to nighttime, what his life is, you know, being a secret god and stuff. The same guy that was spam typing remove metal skin is spam typing remove doorman from the game. I mean, that guy's just got bad takes, I guess. The game needs playable doors. What if people are losing their mind? Oh, Pocket is a good pick, and Mirage would have a good storyline as a side character. Yeah, okay, so that guy kind of agreed with my initial take there. For an Arcane-like spinoff for the show. Please let Metro in. We need the GOAT. I don't know about that one. I think the theme of Deadlock works better as a CGI type show. Bro, you missed the lore. Metro actually helped fix Ido's internet. I didn't know that at all. Dude, I don't know if you guys saw last week's Nightshift. It was really good. My personal favorite team is the Floormen. And the Floormen were playing melee creeps in the grand final. And Ido, in the second game, just disconnected like 10 minutes in. And his internet crashed. Wasn't able to join back. So it's kind of a dud. Luckily, this is our first week doing it. If you're just joining, welcome. Doing a Deadlock Nightshift reaction party. So we basically started the live stream just in time for the best 2 out of 3 for the grand final. Metro Mind Control. If you guys don't know, Metro is like another Deadlock YouTuber, but he kind of blew up, and he's got a bunch of fans and a bunch of people that rage bait him. I have nothing against the guy. Problem is, a lot of those young content creators, like I'm almost 30, right? But the ones that are like 20, 18, 19, 21, they have, a lot of them are good at the game because they have a lot of time to play, but they end up having an ego. And anytime they lose, they start freaking out. Yeah, it's not that serious.
Of course, hopefully we, get to see more from FPS Lounge next week. But for now,
but Chad, I'm so excited for the Floormen. If you don't watch Deadlock Esports, not only do they have the best logo with the doorman on his face on the ground, they have the best name. They have this guy named Demov that they recruited from Europe. Demov was playing in the Europe server, and he switched over. He plays on NA server, right? So he's always kind of having a desync, a little bit of lag, but he's so talented and good at the game. You're going to watch this guy, Demov, my favorite player in Deadlock, just play his life better than anybody. He's so good at staying alive. He finishes half the esports matches with like 0 deaths, so we'll have to do keep track of Demov death count because he's my go.
In the picks and bans and the draft phase, and if we're going to see some of the iconic pocket, or we're going to see.
I did see a little bit of the bans from last game when I was on my drive home from work. And I saw Victor get first ban, which I think is maybe the best first ban in the game right now. So we'll see if that gets repeated in this match. He's just so good at, his ult keeps him alive, and he can run it down on objectives. So I'm
excited to see how that's going to play out. I do think though that
and he scales well in the late game, obviously.
Demov is really,
see,
really nice.
These two casters are talking about my goat Demov right now. My absolute goat, my king.
Beast.
Yeah, Demov is obviously.
I think he's the best player in the world, Chad. I think Demov is #1.
Bro does not care. This guy hits like a truck in the server. Let's talk a little bit about our historical scenario out here in NA. We are 39 shifts deep, folks. That is a long time. And as you can see here, it's been back and forth.
If you don't know some of these logos, these are teams over the years. The one on the top left was called Hydra Nation. They've sort of switched up, and now a lot of them, I think, play on FPS Lounge. Sneaky Golem was that one on the bottom left. Bird with Clock is a team that I don't even think exists anymore, but that's the one of Rem right there.
Have certainly put some distance between themselves and the rest of.
And what they're talking about is how Melee Creeps used to be the GOAT. The early GOAT was Hydra Nation, was the best team. Then it kind of became Melee Creeps, and Melee Creeps went on like a 10-game win streak in esports, and now Floormen has kind of become the best team in NA ever since they acquired Demov from Europe. So these are probably the 2 best teams in the world right here, Melee Creeps and Floormen.
Let's talk a little bit more about this team. So obviously, this is your Floormen roster. It's AVG, Rocker, League, DMB, Xeno, and of course the one and only Demov.
Yeah, definitely a really strong.
A series where Paradox is anti-hero and Viper is a freaky love interest would print money. What the hell?
He's been like grinding really hard. I mean, of course all these players care a lot, but like I've spoken to Average on numerous occasions, and he.
They're talking about Dota 2. I never played. Did you guys play Dota 2? My 2 viewers.
Tirelessly with these teams.
Oh, I love dearly.
They've really brought this lineup together, and it's looking so good. And the fact that they brought in.
They made a Dota anime.
Very interesting.
That is not for me. Someone said Arcane was mid. That's a bad take.
In a long time here, 'cause Demov is
Arcane
such a
was
hot
awesome,
property.
and I never
He
even
can
played
go
League of
anywhere
Legends.
he wants. He's got so much star power.
Yeah, I mean, again, it takes a whole lot, I think, to justify bringing that player over from EU with all the other, setbacks that might sort of have. But this
I gotta respond to this guy.
I always felt like Rocket could just turn up and win the game. We've seen him ringing for rosters before, and it's looked really, really good. He played Lash over both games last week and looked pretty bloody dominant here. He and DMB, just the Lash Warden combo. Florman were picking those two picks up really easily every draft.
Look, I even contributed to their chat because someone asked what those two team logos were.
To sort of close that series out. So keep your eyes peeled for more of the same here.
Some guy just said, what happens first? Does Demov die first or does Ido pause first? I'm going to take Ido pausing before Demov dies.
Seems to be able to find success. Doesn't really matter what he's playing. Ido got Doorman in the last game, but if he gets Pocket or if he gets Mina, it's still cooked. This team looks good. Obviously, a roster change coming into this one. Seeing Ranger move in and pick that support role up to kind of
baby.
Up to do what I always felt like he does best.
Yeah, and it is really interesting actually because in the EU scene especially, you don't even necessarily see comps that have supports necessarily. There's like so many different ways to play the game at the moment, and so I'm curious how things are going to go for them, especially because we're also seeing a little bit of a change there as well in this meta where you see John and Lash in the previous game, and of course you play Lash as in somewhat of a gun build currently, and John was going for that. Kind of just you can find all these builds like all over the the public builds like what he ran there, so it's like nothing special new, but it does bring John out of that limelight in a sense because we were used to seeing him in previous metas be a mega gun carry. So it's kind of cool to see how some of the changes have fallen these teams as the meta shifts, and I'm curious to see what John's pool's going to look like tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of nice to see him show some of that flexibility. I think the draft has been pretty interesting right now because there is a shift up. Still no Wraith being spotted. That seems like it's only
no Wraith being spotted. I don't think Wraith is that good, Chad. I don't know if you guys are big Wraith believers, but I don't think she's terrible. But I think there's better late game carries in my opinion.
In our money match, folks.
Like her ult is not that great, right? It just targets one person. The team fight ults are the best in the game, so I think her ult holds her back a bit.
Yeah, you had a really good point there about the
Did Scout get dropped? Dude, low-key, I think he might have. If you guys aren't familiar,
so these are like two
this is some crazy Nightshift lore here, I guess that's recent, but Melee Creeps, one of their players was late getting to their match because he was still at work and the EU matches ended early, and they swapped him out for their coach because he wasn't available, obviously, and the coach played really well and they won that game. And then the next game, that player came back in and they lost. And then this week, now the coach is actually starting, even though all the guys are available, in exchange for Scout. So I think the coach almost showed that he was good enough to make a spot on the team, which if you guys don't know the Marvel Rivals lore, this same thing happened with Sentinels. Their coach, who was dating Emma, I don't know the girl's name, but he was dating one of the players on their team. He was their coach. He ended up playing and played really well, and they ended up taking out, what was his name, bro? He ended up becoming a full-time starter, though, but he used to be coach.
Highly prioritized here for Floorman. They will snap that one up.
That was like early. That was like season 1 Marvel Rivals history right there.
It's funny because we've been in the same meta for
Okay, so the first ban was Victor again, which I think is the best possible ban in this meta. Like, nobody needs a nerf more than Victor. The pocket ban is interesting, but the pros are so good at getting a big ult off, and that ult is insane in team fights, so it kind of makes sense.
To see like a silver as well.
Doorman first pick by Melee Creeps is kind of crazy. Like, I know Doorman's solid, but like, I feel like Shiv is a better character than Doorman, but you see Doorman first picked here. Apollo, though, that's a great pick, chat. I think Apollo is the most underrated character in the game. I think he's a top 5 character in the whole game. He's insane early game. His ult is unstoppable. His movement's insane. Obviously, the pros utilize that. I think, and a lot of characters, spirit characters need to be building Tank Buster, and he obviously does, so it's good with how tanky people are. Silver's not bad.
Silver, Apollo, I always say this, on a lane goes really, really hard. It's super nasty to play up against. It's usually an auto win with good players, so we'll be curious to see if they end up playing.
Yeah, it looks like Scout got replaced by Ranger, their coach.
Very strong in that previous laning phase as well. Bebop always nice, you know. Again, kind of
Bebop
like
hooks are disgusting. It's one of the best abilities in the game, so
it's
the
not really
Bebop
like a
pick
actual
makes
frontliner,
sense.
but someone that has a big HP pool can kind of brawl close range and facilitate picks, and the gun is very reliable.
They got Doorman against Floorman.
Mo gets banned. That's an interesting ban to see actually from Floorman.
Mo and Krill banned?
Like last week.
What?
I
What did Maurice
swear,
do?
Like, FPS Lounge played it once in their game.
I know we saw
here.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
Floorman like worried about who are they worried about having shut down by compo here? Mina the ban for melee creeps. So still obviously now that Ido's you know got that Doorman locked in, perhaps Amina not so highly prioritized, especially because you don't want to give this to AVG. That would be bad. That would be very bad.
I mean, the Mo's definitely good at shutting down Mirage. You know, Mirage with the tornadoes, very, very hard to lock down these days. You can get multiple tornadoes and can regenerate a lot of health if he's able to sustain the fight. So
Paradox is an interesting one. I think Paradox is okay, but I don't think she's that good, to be honest. So I'm a little worried with my draft, my Floorman draft here. Warden, I think, is very, very good right now in the meta. He's so tanky. It's unreal. I like that pick.
Options. Your opponents have Bebop and Paradox. I think melee creeps would like to have some pretty dominant lanes, and now start integrating some
Mina ban.
potential, I think.
Calvin, I think, is also very good. He's a great support character, and every team wants at least one support character.
A little bit later on in the draft order is a bit jarring to me, but we saw Calvin look pretty good in EU.
Yeah, I do think Kelvin is still really strong.
I'm wondering if they're going to have Demov be the one that plays Shiv. He does play Shiv sometimes. Venator picked, okay. That's a good gun late game carry.
If John would be playing the Venator or the Warden, so we'll see him on the Warden for sure. Yep. But yeah, the Doorman Apollo Silver Warden, that's already a very...
Someone said Clanker is ass right now. No, dude, Bebop is always pretty good if you can hit the hooks.
Okay,
Lash.
I think that's super nice.
Lash's kit overall is mid, but his alt is insane. So if you're good with the alt, he can add so much value. Like his alt is unreal.
Is this an AVG Venator game maybe? Lash obviously almost feels like it's going to be a rocket pickup here.
Holiday, what? No way.
The Holiday locked in here. I think like
what? When's the last time we saw Holiday, dude? Here's the thing that's funny though. Holiday's alt is obviously like a little bit similar to Paradox, but it only hits one person, right? Like Paradox can hit multiple people now. It's also Holiday alt is kind of like a Billy alt. It takes one person further, but Billy can hit multiple people with his alt. So the Holiday pick is real interesting.
So either melee creeps know something that we don't.
Yeah, right.
Or, I mean, well, they must know something. They know something.
Oh, I don't like the Holiday pick. She's good early game, and I think she falls off a bit.
From everybody, I thought was that Holiday is hot garbage. And
like her last was really good, pulling someone under your tower, I guess. Oh, I got a quick ad. Luckily, not when the game was started though. We have one more 20-second ad. Yeah, someone in chat said the same thing I was thinking. Last time we saw Holiday get picked was Goober. Back before Goober got dropped by his team, and they got stomped. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, man. I wonder who's playing the Holiday on their team. Someone said maybe Fishcake, who's usually their Billy player.
They've got two forms of pick. So when we start to get into that mid game, when buffs come up the first time, we're starting to transition between those lanes.
Let's help this guy out.
You throw Lash into the mix as well. You've got the ability to with impunity start these team fights, and Shiv rotating in late on. You've got
oh, I beat that other guy to the scouts up.
Utility-wise, this Floorman composition seems
dude, I've been trying to think this whole time. Who do we think had a better draft?
It's definitely a comp that I think can scale really well.
I was thinking melee creeps had a better draft until the Holiday pick. So now I'm leaning with Floorman has the better draft.
Bebop scales pretty well now also, and Lash,
but this game's meta changes so much, which is refreshing.
You know, Mitch, because seeing Holiday
and you can make almost every character in the game work. All of them are pretty playable except like Graves. Graves is probably the worst in the game right now.
People play, like, there's some, like, Holiday
and the problem with Graves is she only has 2 stamina and has 0 movement ability, so she's sitting duck sometimes.
That's not like even a pro lobby, regardless of the
man, I'm excited, chat. Get excited. This is gonna be a good one. By the way, if you're just joining, there's 3 of you. I love all 3 of you. Floorman is my favorite team. It's a best 2 out of 3 for the NA finals. We're rooting for the Floorman.
The lasso is harder to hit these days, but the lasso is still a great pick tool.
Especially because I have this theory that Demov is the best player in the world. He joined Floorman from EU, and they instantly became the best team.
We compare
It was
these two
previously
sort of
dominated by
comps,
melee
feels
creep,
that
so.
early laning for melee creeps looks pretty potent. But yeah, their ability to sort of
Hey, 4 viewers, let's go, baby. I streamed a couple times. I'm gonna be consistent though, guys. Every Wednesday night, I'm gonna go live for this North America Finals.
The last time Holidays actually won though was Shift 28, so that's like
I streamed a little bit like a year ago, and we peaked right around like 37, 38 viewers. So maybe if we beat that,
and didn't find any success. So
be a new record.
set your expectations about the potential of Holiday. Right
Might
now.
take a couple
A lot of
Wednesdays though to get
expectations
consistent with it.
However, bro, like you have Kelvin also coming in at pick number 5. That's a pretty annoying lane. I mean, you have.
But I am committed to streaming every Wednesday night, you know, and sometimes these night shifts get spoiled. If we're watching them live, there's no chance of that. So.
These team fights, two compositions that look to, I feel like really rise up in different phases of the game.
Someone said
that means the onus falls on melee creeps.
Holiday's either gonna have a monster lane and stay up all game, or will fall off and be worthless. No in between.
That into an advantage in the mid game where they don't get hamstrung by their lack of pick potential compared to Florida.
Ooh, someone had a really interesting comment. They said, does the Warpstone tech count as bug abuse? If you're not familiar, there's a bug with Warpstone and Holiday's alt right now.
Getting more ability to chase people down. You know, you can set up picks and so on with the Baroness Hotel. So you know that's definitely something that you can use as a tool. I'm kind of curious who's going to be on what with these rosters. And with the Holiday, you know, I imagine
I had to test the audio there.
I mean, if you're going to pull out something that feels risky, do it the first map at the best of 3 and not, you know, map deciding.
All right, we're starting up finally. I'm excited. Someone said, is it Spirit Kelvin or support? I mean, most people play Kelvin as support. He has one of the best movement abilities in the game too with his ice bat. So good at getting away, man.
I feel like we're getting teased here, Mitch. I just feel like every screen it feels like an eternity.
I think we actually.
Someone said, why are they banning Victor?
Lobby into the wrong server. And so we had to go back to lobby and then reboot it. That is the issue that we're having right now. We shouldn't be too far away, so hang in there, folks. I just saw the pregnant viper emote for the first time. That's so messed up. You guys are so messed up. But yeah, so we'll be jumping in the game in just a moment. And yeah, the kidnap potential, of course, with this Holiday, especially when you got like Doorman. Yeah, you got Doorman, obviously, Holiday. You got Frozen Shelter. Your ability to isolate individuals isn't too bad on melee creep.
Someone said, I feel like Celeste is fine. People just haven't adjusted to nerfs yet. Yeah, Celeste is fine. I don't think she's bad, but I don't think she's a top 5 anymore.
I haven't seen a Holiday game in a hot minute. Obviously, Crackshot is really freaking annoying, and you can shove the lane pretty effectively.
I've never even played Holiday, so...
It does feel like there's an expiry date on melee creeps' strategy, though, and scaling potential certainly doesn't seem to be on the level of Floormen. So that's kind of what we've been teasing so far.
Let's go, baby. We're started, baby. North America Finals. Let's go, man. I want to see if they hit tab who's playing which character, but I
on the left-hand side here for melee creeps, and on the right,
I think D-Mob is our shift here.
Cheese Lane, Apollo, and Doorman. Back for another round.
Little visual bug showing he has 0 bullets in the clip. Oh, here we go.
Because,
oh, D-Mob's on Paradox. What the hell? I've never seen him play Paradox.
And get a bowler on them, like, you know, it's gonna be very hard to get away. And so that's kind of ability to chase people down is
the forbidden D-Mob Paradox, dude.
In terms of mid lane, the Warden being up with the Holiday, you know, Holiday's going to be your roamer. You know, Holiday's still going to be able to just jump into lanes and have really effective ganks and dives. And so, you know, Warden's going to be wanting to, you know, clear out the wave, get that solo farm later on, whilst Holiday's
bought extra regen first. Shout out my tier list where I accidentally put that in B tier and then botched the whole thing. It's fine.
To the lane, so you can catch every single wave.
If you haven't yet checked out my item tier list.
Maximize the farm and the box running in between as well, so get Warden pumped up. But in terms of the lanes, you know, we see the names to who's playing what. So let's see who is on. Okay,
someone said, why is Ship Dash so extra? Why does he have to do a barrel roll?
We've seen him on Holiday a lot in the
Ido's on the door, man.
You know,
Fishcake has been playing Silver a ton recently. I still feel like he's better on Billy, but
as opposed to DMB, but they're both on gun
is what it is.
So fair enough, and AVG of course on the ship, which is very much a comfort pick, I think, for him.
Ranger, who again is their coach, who filled in and won his like first pro match, is on the Kelvin. He played support last week too. He played the Golem lady, Ivy. He played Ivy.
Benefiting from some minion heal though.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked up on that. I was going to mention that too. Just like weaving his carries in is, it's one of the things that makes this game kind of feel like a fighting game. So if you're right from the FGC, you know, just like knowing how to kind of bait your opponent into something and then throwing out the parry there. But yeah,
Nobody's
he's
died yet. We're
average
a
is,
little over
he's
2 minutes
close
in.
to it.
So that Apollo is in, sorry, the holiday
Boxes
is
are
alongside
spawning. You
the
start to see
party
these
there.
guys do their
So
box routes.
we're gonna keep tapping on that
Often
one. So
one will
it
kind of
looks like they've
stay for the wave
as
and
expected,
buy
shoving the
monster
ball
rounds.
off of that mid lane. On the right hand side here, we see just a bit of a lull in the action as some of these early neutral objectives.
Need another coffee.
Dominato's up to some shenanigans here, and might actually run headlong into the lash if he's.
Oh my gosh, Ido is really close to the lash. Holy.
Yep, don't worry.
Just
gets
using
out
a
of
door
there
to portal
in
out.
No time.
That's the box running coming to its natural conclusion. With that said,
He said people who consistently alternate fire on Shiv are playing a different game. Dude, the chat is funny.
Is pushed up. And,
Unfair, D-Mob brain is
jump out
bigger.
in some barrels. We'll see, you know, what the formula is here.
Oh, Fish Cake getting in there.
As well.
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be our first kill. He missed his parry. Great play by Fish Cake there, cutting off the angle. That's first blood too, right there.
Credited with that elimination, so that's a worthwhile rotation in there. And Xeno called
Bad start for our floormen, man.
There's a mouse issue.
Also, really nice early gank. You know, that's some early
Bad
value
start for
from-
our
from
floormen.
your holiday player, and it's a timing that you don't always expect, and it's really powerful too because you know this wave priority is very important. You know, there's a couple more waves before that wave priority starts to be super important, but you know where you're then preparing for the first bridge bust, but it's helpful in a lane that's otherwise getting shoved. You have given it the advantage to the melee creeps side for the moment. So, you know, good work there early on from the holiday. You know, I'm really trying to, you know, build up the holiday here, Mitch, because we haven't seen it in so long.
No, that's fine. I'm super hyped to see it. And Sire, like, is rewarded. Does have a contribution with that rotation over towards the right. The left-hand side, God help me. But now, obviously, like, the sacrifice for that is you do take some Guardian damage.
Here we go, we're back.
Sire shoves that lane in mid and, you know, still comes back a little bit later. As much as John was trying to hold it down. And he does at least get a decent amount of souls off for being the solo player in that lane there. There is a price to be paid for such things. Shove here from
Ido shooting some long-range shots.
Inward or leftward.
Shiv hit the dagger. I think he shot the bell too soon, though, and missed his bell.
Being used to try and harass down average, now we're calling him, apparently, as much as possible. How is that less confusing? Also another silver.
He said caster curse on holiday is wild. I didn't even hear what he said. What they say about the holiday?
The opening round here, of course, being snapped up. So
They
again,
said it was
still-
bad or good?
Speedbop and Mirage Lane, a bit of a nuisance here. Apparently melee creeps to deal with. Some flawless advance value there.
Oh, wow. That would have been an insane parry if Du had hit that.
A natty parry, but still much the same idea. This is just shove. Again, the sigil being used on that wave. But I don't know if melee creeps are going to be so easily able to get over towards those buffs here.
Yeah, so that wave priority now. Who's going to win the battle on the side?
Someone said their friend plays Holiday and he thinks she sucks. She has no idea what draws people that character. Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that plays Holiday too. It's bad business, brother. That is bad business.
Is going to be won by melee creeps, it seems.
I think it's still just 1-0 on the kill count, right? Unless I missed a death. I think just the Venator was the only kill.
I mean, Rocker is there, and I don't think anybody's going to bother challenging this. He rotates out of mid, so for whatever reason, melee creeps just not interested in challenging for this. So mobility taken.
What's harder to play, Holiday or Graves using only your feet? Definitely Holiday, man. Oh, this is an intense fight here. Fish Cake able to get a... Oh, he misses. It's heavy, but D-Mob hits it! Oh my god, D-Mob died. I would have lost the bet on D-Mob dying for sure. Ido pausing.
That's that Sire difference, man.
Holiday back? Question mark. we're gonna see how that develops, but a nice start from Sai, you know, taking part in a couple.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think Paradox is really that good anymore like she used to be. So D-Mob picking that and
sent back to lane,
dying early, not ideal.
To average on the Shiv, cleaning up this heavy pressure onto this Guardian, where they can get a lot of damage onto this.
Ido getting good damage in and just portals out to play his life.
Just in terms of the who's playing what.
Someone said Saya is the best player. That's cap.
D-Mob famously can play everything.
Hit one Holiday all. Let's slow down a little.
That's not surprising, but you know, there's a decision of, I guess, between. Playing
he said if Rangers playing, who is melee creeps coach? It's a great question.
Average is also
maybe
very,
Scout
very
is just
so.
filling in as coach now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily know if Paradox is like an average hero from what I've seen, but Floorman obviously, like, you know, showcasing some of that flexibility.
Get some
Especially
water.
from LA Creeps, though, this very powerful right side lane. They have been able to chunk the right side Guardian down, but honestly, they're suffering in mid. League must be applying a ton of pressure with frequent hooks. John just trying to lane, trying to hold it down and make space for side to rotate out is definitely cost.
Decent. Oh my god.
LA Creeps need to keep trying to push that
Oh,
out.
if that chain had hit him, it would have killed him. It would have been enough damage to kill Rocker. Wow, John almost got that one. John, by the way, I think is the best player on Melee Creeps, dude. John, everyone gives Ido all the credit, and he's like the biggest name on the team, but John always plays these late game carries and always does his job very well and always plays his life very well. Like as you just, I gotta see. Oh my god, what a card from Doorman.
We see Rocker get carted backwards, so that's a zipline boost being used for that, but of course he can just TP into the mid lane, so you really don't lose any value. Just
say what you want about Mirage. I love watching Mirage gameplay.
Instrumental in terms of Florman equalizing the damage on the Guardians on that right side. It doesn't come to fruition, but at least the idea was there. Melee Creeps also getting aggressive on this left side. Obviously that innate sustain that Ranger is offering Fish Cake means that he can play that much more aggressively and continue to shove this wave in.
Ooh, the set there by DMB, but there's the kick and the swap from Demov, and this is making things a little annoying. Just attention split between these two locations, trying to get some cheap tower damage in the meantime as well. Looking like they're gonna have to back away from this one. Very well handled by the Floorman players, I gotta say, in splitting the attention and just making that engagement awkward.
Also just generating kill pressure on Ranger, who obviously can heal this back up. He buys a healing right to that effect. He's also got a frozen shelter, but you know, make it a little bit harder for Melee Creeps actually to be the aggressors in that scenario. This is Ido just breaking the game bit by bit. Big pressure on this right side Guardian as expected, and once they get freed up, things start to get a little bit haywire, especially with Dorman's hijinks that he can inflict. First and foremost, he's going to try and take.
Oh my god, this is an insane slam inside of the Kelvin Dome.
Ranger is struggling. Another frost grenade thrown down.
Venator's gonna get this pick too.
Not enough though to keep them alive. Fishcake is going to fall, and
Calvin's still alive. Oh, there we go.
It's not far behind. That is a dominant showing for Floorman on this left side lane.
Wow, dude. If they get Holiday here too, they're gonna go for the parry on the tower. He didn't even get the parry on the tower. He missed it, but they get the kill anyway. Wow, dude. That was a triple kill from Floorman thanks to that lash ult. Floorman take the lead off of that. Fish Cake's in. He might be able to get one. They're weak, and all of Melee Creeps is coming back now.
But right now, Ranger's kind of alone. Ranger's already out there alone, but he will fall back, and in fact, Floormen aren't interested anyway.
I mean, they got the Guardian. So, I mean, unfortunately, like, there's Melee Creeps trying to stave off Floorman there, but that was just a really, really sick 3v2. And Melee Creeps didn't even lose a... Floorman, rather, didn't even lose a player. I think, might have been Dimov or DMB was low after the fight, but that's pretty darn nice. I can't fault that. So, checking on the Guardians. Since that moment, quite a number of them have fallen. There's actually only one up per side here. And Cold Front is going to be snapped up here by average, so that peak potential is only going to be amplified for a Floorman composition that already has that in absolute
Mid boss is up in 8 seconds. So is more bridge buffs. Oh my god, Ido fighting Shiv on the roof is intense. Oh my god. No way! Oh, he got the... see, when he gets under his walker, he gets the spirit and bullet resist buff. And he makes it out.
Yeah, Cold Front obviously almost did him in there. I
Wow.
thought there might have been more in play to help average find that pick, but Killing Blow obviously used a bit prematurely just for the gap close, which is fair, but yeah, Ido able to walk away. Earn time, baby. Dino going to be able to pick that one up here, and a power play for Floorman with Ido having to return back to base. We'll see how this plays out, because all of Melee Creeps are in position to
Battle
do something.
vest.
I feel like Floorman have sniffed this
Full
out to
gun
some
build
degree,
here.
but they've also got a catch here on Ido
From the
left-hand
Warden.
side. They're really laying it on thick, trying to go 2v1 into the Doorman. See if that eventuates into anything. Right now,
Lash going for the earn turn in.
Of Xeno, who doesn't really
But
fancy hitting
all of Melee Creeps are waiting by the turn in right now.
This is classic. You know, you take the earn, you force the other team to try to just defend the drop off, but then you push something
Katsu.
else where they are now not.
Dude, I
having
love
enough to
watching these
defend
1v1s with
that.
Ido.
And it looks like, you know, both teams balancing it fairly well, but Melee Creeps. Okay, well,
What's
we're
up,
gonna
Mr.
see-
Pencil?
I'm gonna see the Iridomini coming in.
He's at 25 health right now. Oh my god, they killed the Holiday.
Oh, that's correct.
Oh
That's
my
correct.
god.
Yeah, actually a sick.
Oh my god, they kill Ido too. Holy shit. Melee Creeps is not athletic enough to keep up with Floorman, dude. They just keep making plays and getting out these team fights. Holy smokes, dude.
Frozen shelter though.
Frozen shelter in the air is kind of crazy. I've never seen that. Fish Cake just gonna go for the urn turn in. He gets punched though. He doesn't get it. Holy shit. Kills Lash. Bebop ult on the on Do. What a crazy urn fight. I know with the portal. Urn's still not turned in yet though. Holy shit. John gets the urn turn in. Wow.
Crazy.
Bro, that's crazy. Oh my god. Go crazy.
Both of these teams and okay, we still got some Guardians.
Someone said wrap it up game 2. It's a 3k soul lead. Why would we wrap it up now?
So some easy objectives there, but it's gonna be interesting now that
and someone called Fish Cake a chat.
They exited this early laning phase, and the roaming is going to intensify. And I mean, Saya, who's on screen right now, you know, we saw how well Saya was playing in the previous matchup on Paradox.
Shout out Mr. Pencil, the cat.
Roam pick shenanigans we might find from him here now on holiday.
Also trying to maybe work towards a tier 3.
That was a sick urn fight though.
Okay, headshot booster and
ooh, I love fights at the shop, man. You don't expect them, but they're always so tight quartered. Instant holiday death from Saya. Already making this pick look terrible as he's one of the poorest in the lobby.
Wait, does Demov have Veil Walker?
And again, holiday doesn't scale super well, so it's not like this character's gonna do much late game.
Old school. We'll have to wait till it's over and get an eye on that.
Might be one of the characters that needs a rework, but I don't know if they'll ever do it. I might just update her character before the game launches, like the model. Make the gun look better.
Earlier on, okay, Veil Walker.
Cool. I mean, set up. You know, you can set up your picks for sure with that. I suppose.
Tie game, 14 minutes in, 62k to 62k.
Oh, Dimov doesn't like this. Bowler catching on. Veil Walker obviously active. That's quite convenient, I must say.
Oh, he bought Veil Walker. Sneaky Dimov. Dude, if Holiday can take on Mirage, that'd be huge. And it looks like he's going to. Mirage is so weak. He's critical health here. Holiday hitting shots, missing shots, hitting barrels, missing shots. And he's dead. Down goes Rocker here.
Hasn't been faring nearly quite so well, and now the cavalry has arrived.
Looks like Holiday's gonna get out, but she's only 200 health here, and she's got the debuff on her. They killed Bebop. They're gonna take the tower. Not bad.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of really
oh man, dude, Demov doing crazy walker damage. He got it nearly half health.
Really great moments. Demov as well.
Mark in the chat said 7 minutes before Holiday is useless.
In terms of objectives right
yikes, dude. He's really. I might start buying Veil Walker more. He's putting it to good use here.
The buffs coming up, that's gonna be important. And trying to chase down Demov is hard with the kinetic charge there as well as the Veil Walker. It's definitely hard to get the chase.
Yeah, it gives spear power and a good heal, so it's a solid item.
I don't think they're...
Hey, no, don't bite my mic cord, buddy.
Yeah, 15 seconds away from the buffs here. We're going to start to see things get a little bit more volatile on this side of the map. A little bit dangerous thing for John, who just got hooked in on that left-hand side of the map. That might be an opportunity.
Fish Cake looking for a fight with Lash indoors because Lash can't use his movement in there. He backs out for the bridge buff. Nope. Keeps biting my earbuds. Gonna turn your head around, buddy.
Yeah, really well played by Melee Crease, but in the meantime, you know,
oh, Bebop missed the hook, but he's still just doing good walker damage here.
It's just Saya that's here for Melee Crease.
It's half health, and only Saya there to defend it.
Good pressure on that.
Wait, get down. Let's see if they get this kill here.
Also, Sai's got to watch out. He's a Death Slam coming in by Xeno. Still pressure on this Walker, and it is going to be taken away here. That's, of course, that extra inventory.
Wow, all of Floorman's pretty weak, and Shiv goes down for it. Still tied souls at 75k, though. Fish Cake looking to take out Lash here. He's got Ido to gank him, and the Silver ult will probably wrap it up. I don't see it. That's one of those Dormant ults that doesn't feel like a good Dormant ult because it just almost wastes the Silver ult, but it doesn't matter. They get the kill anyway.
No way out of that one for sure, and the Urn is looking to be find its way into the deposit spot. Massive.
My logic is that
well, really causing problems isolating a league.
That Lash is dead anyway from Silver's ult, which was already activated. Like Silver's ult already got wasted because it got activated there. So you might as well let the Silver get the kill with their ult. and save Dormant ult rather than using both Dormant and Silver ult. So could have had a Dormant ult ready to go instead it's on cooldown. Like, to me, that's like a slight mistake, you know. And I see every Dormant player just ult the moment they have it.
They're trying to respond now, but it's a question of whether they're going to be quick enough. And yeah,
He's gonna kill Fishcake here. It's not enough bleed to take him out.
But there's some shenanigans going down the left-hand side of the map. Demov and AVG though, finding kills. And now there's pressure starting to mount because this Paradox is on the chase. Carbine comes off cooldown, which means this Warden is in deep trouble. John really has nowhere to go.
They killed John in the closet there.
Foreman coming back, keeping their Walker healthy on that left-hand side. It feels like they're starting to find some key.
It's a good game, dude. 3K game.
I love the scrappiness, having all these fights across the map.
Dude, Rangers playing very good.
Teams do have like good hero combinations where they can.
Considering he was their coach for the longest time, and he's like filling in, getting his chance to actually be a pro. Playing great on the main stage.
You know, getting away from a Shiv and a Paradox and a Lash, that's like very hard as well, and a Bebop. It's a lot of like fun, you know, interactions here. But if we look at the overall macro state, it's very even in souls, but Floorman really looking overall better on the macro at the moment. Big push on the left lane and looking to find priority in the mid lane.
See, even though, as the announcers kind of just said, like, melee creeps is slight soul lead, but if you look at it, Floorman's kind of winning the game because they already took out a Walker for melee creeps.
Teams right now to try to find an edge.
It's a pretty insane soul difference.
Meaning they're not going to get bottlenecked on items anytime soon.
This game is quite significant. And that is, of course, with melee creeps having taken sort of 0 walkers.
As you can see right now, like even Do is already capped out on items. He can upgrade a couple things, but
Do is looking pretty scary. I mean, in terms of just the general farm across melee creeps are in a pretty good position souls wise, whereas Floorman are still.
Dude, D-Mob's hybrid Paradox build is super interesting.
A cop that is really supposed to take that early game by the horns and snowball an advantage. And we're almost 20 minutes into the game.
He bought that slowing hex here for the Apollo. We'll see if he uses it.
Yeah, it's super interesting. I mean, Floorman getting that edge just simply because of some of these good macro decisions, and once again, we're getting an assault on the walkers.
Yeah, this right side walker now.
Wow, that vendor had a bag, bro. That vendor just dropped 800 souls. Is that Megan Fox?
Sometimes even more so. Natural deodorant, 72-hour protection.
Damn, bro, Megan Fox is looking fine.
And smell like a champion. Dr. Squatch, let your stick do the talking.
Okay. And there's really no one here to
It
say
looks like they're going to take out this Walker, though.
So is it mid? Is that where Foreman are actually going to make something happen here? It's unclear.
Fishcake ult activated. The Walker goes down. He's just going to try to run away with the holiday jump pad. Reminds me of Octane's jump pad from Apex a little bit. I wonder if there's inspiration there.
I mean, they might be in trouble here. They're kind of low. They're trying to escape it, but the chase is on at this point. Floorman, do they have the ability to catch? They do have a hook, but it's on cooldown at the moment.
Holiday's so weak. I want to see if Bebop gets this kill. His hook just now coming off cooldown. And he missed the hook.
There's our hook, the Hail Mary, just trying to shot on his up, whatever you want to call it. But it looks like somehow Demov has found the catch.
Oh, this is massive. I mean, that's Sire going down. That's that catch potential neutralized entirely.
Wow, D-Mob, I can't believe you got that kill on the Holiday. It looked like she got away.
Foreman have to make use of this window. This mid walker, surely first on the chopping block. Maintain that lead. And of course, buffs are coming up soon. Mid-boss is questioning, is to be questioned here. But AVG falling might slow things down a little bit here for Floorman. Obviously, one player they really want to see scale effectively into the late game. They at least are going to get this right.
Wow, that's good Walker damage. They're going to take that out. And just like that,
Who's back in about 12 seconds.
melee creeps down to 1 Walker. The center one's the hardest one to take.
I mean, we've seen it.
Floorman saw it too.
This game has been a close game, but when it comes to some of this overall kind of wave control and the macro advantage, they've been making really good decisions. Now they're 2 Walkers in advantage. They've grabbed the urn. And this could be, this fight could be massive. Maybe.
Interesting. I usually don't see people buy that Alchemy Fire active. It's like a potion you throw at people.
I gotta say, the soul lead is still.
Oh my gosh, they're taking a fight in the shop.
Somewhat, to be fair, there's a bit of an ugly fight here around this 6-foot shop pressure on Demov.
Oh, Demob's getting jumped by a lot, dude. Once Du got there, I knew Demov was dead. Apollo's like one of the fastest characters in the game. Oh my god, he gets away with Veil Walker, dude. Veil Walker might be goated. Holy shit. Unreal escape from fucking Demov, dude. And he keeps his kill streak alive.
Is it a mid-boss?
Wow, they're up 6K now.
They've made it raw at least. I mean, this surely, I mean, it could be a bait, but they might just go for it.
I don't think they're baiting it. It looks like they're going to finish it. Yeah, it's dead here. This is going to be an intense fight. This could be a make or break fight for the game here. Oh my god, dude.
Of course, the frozen shelter, pretty crucial. Foreman with 4 players inside of it. Yeah, Xeno Shaw sent off to the Baron.
Holy shit, Apollo just hit 3 with his ult, dude. Oh my god, melee creeps are all dead though. It doesn't even matter. Floorman got all 3 mid buffs, dude. Wow, Floorman. Once they kill Apollo, they have free control of the map for 20 seconds. Holy shit. Wow. That's why they're the best team in the game, man.
I gotta say, I got really excited for the 6-man Tanilo San, but literally every one of those players had almost full HP. So
Yeah, I thought that Apollo ult was gonna get at least a couple kills, like with the follow-up.
Wow, slamming the mid boss. I mean, we talked about the Kelvin Dome being really pivotal in these objectives, but I mean, when you're trapped in with all of these...
Hold on, while it's paused, I gotta grab yogurt. I am starving.
It's just not a good look, and my word, Foreman, maybe giving melee creeps taste of Severino medicine here, Mitch. That pivotal mid boss fight as we get to get a good replay of it here, thanks to production.
So Stacia, of course, look at where melee creeps are positioned here. Alkfire obviously is pretty big. Frozen shelter catches a huge number of the sort of Floorman players in there, which is great, but they still don't fight effectively within that vicinity. Do is on the outside looking in. The player that I think you're really going to sort of been looking for to make the difference. So Floormen aren't bothered. It resets the rejuve take. And melee creeps just explode.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, just a team fight there. The target prioritization as well from Floormen, just really, really expert. And a really good spot there. Look at BNB right now, just looking to take full advantage of all the space in the map. Just to farm with impunity. Lasso through into the walker. I mean, this is not a good look here. I mean, that's one review surely gone. I mean, in fact, they just might die again.
Yeah, not looking good. League knows that it's cooked. It takes an awful long time, but unfortunately, we're not going to lose any more credits as a result.
I promise you, my stomach was like in pain from being hungry. I was like, yo, I have to go make some cereal real fast or something. I was gonna grab yogurt, but Mr. Pencil loves yogurt, so he'd be like going crazy trying to eat it the whole time. We share yogurt sometimes, but you can't be doing that on the stream, you know? Alright.
This is the reality. You're going up against the comp that is going to scale better than you in the late game. So can you use that holiday? Can you
get my audio?
Can you set up a
audio back?
Play or catch someone out with a frozen shelter? I feel like you're running out.
I wish I had seen the FPS Lounge game. No,
it is tough.
I like that kid, low man.
Paul is a great hero, but
he's talented, man.
A little bit when you go into that late game. I mean, it can always be very valuable, but like you say, the scaling really is with Floorman, I think, especially at this point. And John, you'd want him to be maybe further ahead than he is in the Warden to kind of stop being that very threatening Giga carry. But on the other side of things, you got the Venator for DMB, 26k souls, looking very strong at the moment.
Luckily, I don't think I missed anything because they paused it for a while, and all of melee creeps are dead when I went to go make this cereal. So hopefully, oh my god, this fight's crazy.
They take a passenger through the door.
They just kidnapped. I mean, great play by Ido. Kidnapped Bebop.
Set up by the Doorman. That is a pretty good pick. That's League out of the picture. And now, oh wait, Xeno could be in trouble here as well. Alkfire gonna be dropped down on his eventual exit location from the Baroness, but the damage is crazy, bro. Themot just absolutely flattened Ido. Okay, Frozen Shell is in play. Can melee creeps make use of this? Last time it didn't pan out that well for them though. Themot low, but it's the only player that's really taken any sort of concerning amount of damage.
Themot might be good on every character in the game. I've literally even seen him play Rem before.
On the kill feed. Average finds himself too. Melee creeps try as they might set up the perfect pick. Take someone to Timbuktu in a body bag, still can't win the wider fight at hand. Here's a death slam here.
Wow.
This could be absolutely curtains. John
great ult by Lash.
Nowhere to go, and Saya won't be allowed to escape either. I think this is done.
This game is over.
Yeah, it's not looking all that good.
Like, they didn't even lose anybody because they had the mid buff. They're about to take their last walker. They just team wiped melee creeps back to back. They're up by 30k souls, about to be more.
Free to be devoured. And oh hello, the urn has just spawned.
Wow, and they'll cap the urn too.
That's pretty fancy as well.
Cool. DMB gets a gun buff. Okay, say less, twin. They get everything right now. Urn to hand. Yeah, 157k to 128. League now, obviously, it's a pretty deep turning location given the balance of souls right now. But
I know it's deep, but it might still be free because I think he's gonna get there before these 3 guys get off spawn, so they'll have
they are in
a
very,
6v3 potentially.
I don't know about you, Dan, but it feels like that fight starts in about
No,
the
actually,
ideal way possible.
it's gonna be hard. He's not gonna get there fast enough. It might be
maybe catch a carry, but still
contested, low key.
frozen shelter. 3 or 4 people from Florman caught under it, and still they cannot win. Where's the damage? Where's the damage?
Yeah, he's not even going for the turn in.
They don't have it in the right way that they need it. And okay, here comes the.
Oh my God, he got it.
Pretty straightforward stuff.
He got the earn turn
There
in.
might be a fight to be had off the back of it here. Lasso onto League. Okay, Melee Creep still playing that same tune, I guess.
Oh my
They're gonna be
gosh,
going
they're
down.
playing
So
so
Frozen
well.
Shelter might have been nice in a few moments, but that is the Kelvin out of the picture. Melee Creeps here have to try and find a way to isolate any individuals, but we're talking a 31k soul. I mean, this item is.
Someone just said something really interesting. They said,
for this.
what was the thought process on that mid fight? Because Melee Creeps were the one that went for mid boss, and it backfired tremendously. But I wonder why they went for mid when everyone was still alive.
You let Rocker go at you for any length of time, and he's going to strip your team down to its nuts and bolts. Melee Creeps just, frankly, don't have the souls to be resilient to this kind of damage. He is too far ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely a big problem. And I gotta say, you know, the holiday performance from Sire hasn't been bad. You know, I respect the cute idea of kidnapping people into the door, into enemy territory and so on, but maybe missing some of that damage in the right places as we get deeper into this game. And a lot of the map has been eaten up, and now Floorman looking to hit.
Dude, the people saying in chat that Metro will make Melee Creeps great again is so funny. Not the best last shot. They only grabbed one there.
In the middle of all the Melee Creeps. I'm not sure if that was what happened, but still, he was in the thick of things, and
They haven't gotten a pick yet from it either.
Still gotta respect the Eternal Losan, not something you want to deal with, especially when you know, you are hoping to have some resilience in the later fight, but really it's tough to really see how Melee Creeps are supposed to find a big advantage. I guess a big Warden ultimate is John at the requisite level of souls here to be able to break Floorman down. I mean, their lowest soul count is 25 on League. That is pretty insane. But Melee Creeps got to run themselves out of the field. Yeah, this is pretty indicative of what I just mentioned. Soul total is feeling like it's going to be crushing. Melee Creeps still have to think about these warfare. That is the port of call.
I apologize for eating on stream, but I got stuck at work late today, and I just got home. My stomach was hurting. I was so hungry. Luckily, this game is a bit of a blowout. I'm hoping the next one will be closer. But currently, it's watching. Oh my God, he captured 2, but he's gonna die to him now. All right, he ults 1. Yeah, he's just dead right now. What an interesting play by Ido.
When you level it up enough, but I mean, there's just
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do.
We'll make it a quick
Territory here to the extreme.
Punch the hunger.
There's not too much to be said for Melee Creeps.
Shout out to Off-Brand Mini Wheats, man. This stream is in no way sponsored by Off-Brand Mini Wheats, but Off-Brand Mini Wheats, if you're out there, we could be.
Yep, we were on board there briefly with DMB.
Another mid-boss fight for Floorman. I don't even think Melee Creeps should contest because they only have 3, so if they go in like they are, they're just gonna die. See, like, when people do this in my ranked games, I feel like they're kind of throwing. Because, look, Ido doesn't kill any. He just goes in, ults, and dies. He had no shot of getting there and getting any of those buffs. It's like a 1v6. To me, that's just a bad play every time. And it, like, someone like Ido, who's been playing the game for like 2 years, should know better, dude. If more than half your team is dead, and the other team has all 6 down there doing mid, don't even try. Just let them have the 3 rejuice and play conservative instead of just feeding them more inting, and then not even able to farm for the next 40 seconds because you're on a long ass death timer.
And I gotta say, you know, I've really enjoyed watching Demov play.
Now, if you got like 5 people on your team alive, and y'all are getting there in time, then yeah, like go down contest every time. But if you have only 2 or 3 people alive, they have all 6, you're just gonna feed if you go into mid.
And you know, it's cool to see the return.
It's all contextual. I mean, if the other team has like 3 guys left, and your team has, you know, 2, and you go down there, you could take a 2v3.
Yep. And surprisingly as well, did so by just vomiting out damage as well. Like top.
I mean, now they're down 52 souls, 52,000 souls.
Racked up.
It's looking pretty over.
Good. And it felt like Sire was kind of forced to go with the
There has been one single comeback this big in the night shift though, so maybe it's possible.
Lane dominance. Some people sort of mentioned that maybe
It was back in like February.
Really, you know, be sleeper OP at the moment, or not OP, but just, you know, pretty powerful in terms of having like a strong lane. It's not fun lane against Holiday and get your bloody brains blown out on a pretty short cooldown, but yeah, melee creeps just don't have a staying power in the fight.
Interesting that Demov bought Echo Shards on Paradox though, right?
Like AVG is just,
I don't think I've seen that before.
Ever. Another urn turn in here just to, you know, really complete Floorman's dominance.
Yeah, maybe that's the awkwardness also of having you know, Ranger on playing to support. That you know, you're not going to be getting Sire on that hero. But okay,
Hey, I guess they can blame the Holiday pick if they lose.
Taking down Rocker on the Mirage,
See if his team gets here in time to help him, or if he's just dead again, isn't he?
Yeah, I do think Rocker's done.
Demop's coming, but it's too late, bro. Rocker had bad positioning there.
We'll see if that ends up playing out. Here they are. They have arrived. There is a door in play, but a paradoxical swap might deny an opportunity for Silver to escape. No, they do get through the door. They have to blink through there. Here's the frozen shelter. Melee creeps positively cowering under that right now. But that's what melee creeps have to do. It's a good pick. Can they convert this into something more, though? Okay, tower damage being taken there by the Venator, but well, BMB is going to be back into the fight and ready to throw down once more. But where does he concentrate his attention? Floorman still with 5 players to work with. Melee creeps have done pretty well avoiding any reprisal, such that Floorman actually just retreat from the base. They don't want to be stuck in here. They don't want to over chase and give this lead up. Melee creeps, can they punish this any further?
Might be able to. I mean, these fights have not been optimal at all from Floorman. I gotta say, they are down to 1 rejuve. You know, Rocker died earlier. Everybody's pretty low, half HP and below, except Demob. So you'd want to say there's some opportunity, but Fishcake is going to get taken out, and that was sort of, you know, them melee creeps taking or turning the fight, I should say, onto Floormen who were retreating. But now, kind of the reverse has happened. We're back in the base. Floormen maybe just too far ahead.
I hope they just win here.
I think dying solo to one of
I hope they don't back. I hope they just try to win the game here, so we can get to the next one quicker.
All you need to know about how this game has gone. Melee creeps draft a composition with really, really powerful lanes, really oppressive lane matchups. Unfortunately, they can't really springboard off that into a strong mid-game. Floormen keep the game close and then simply begin to outscale them with the composition that team fights up with the best of them, that has pick potential up the wazoo, that has, you know, Demov showcasing his mastery over a number of different heroes and roles, and I think this is a kind of victory that will be very, very hard to deny. Dude there tries to make something happen, unclear what that is. Death Slam, of course, on 3. As the Hidden King's lair is going to be littered with corpses of his supplicants. This one.
Oh my god, he just had Refresher unlatched.
Refresher there into a second Death Slam. It's brutal. Now we just need to clear melee creeps out of the pit. This feels like one of the longest suspension of disbelief that I've had to engage in as a commentator. And that is that. 239k souls and a big old smile as Floormen take the first game.
Wow. Okay, I'm officially done eating cereal. But that was insane.
We've seen them win every week.
What a dominant show by Floorman.
It's not just win, it's 2-0 every time. And this was a game that looks like melee creeps had a lot going for them. There was a lot of, you know, when we'll see, I think, on the Souls history that we'll see in the stats screen in a moment. But it did feel like melee creeps had a lot of opportunities. It's a pretty close game, and then slowly but surely there's a breakout, you know, and a lot of it I think came down to Floorman's macro. Floorman had really good macro. They got, you know, 2 walkers up, just playing a lot of these.
I had to speak my mind there in the chat. Let me put the milk in the fridge.
But then kind of created the numbers advantages in the right place to be able to take these objectives, and some of the early play from Sires we see there, you know, finding those picks that was very successful, ultimately ended up paling into comparison to some of the impact that Demov had, as we can see in this catch that he got on.
Alright, back, baby. Well. Like the little gremlin that you just, your pencil's gonna come here, steal some yogurt in like 30 seconds when he sees I'm eating it. This frozen shelter play.
Let's not forget that. I feel like that might have been the breaking point.
Felt like when melee creeps was like gonna do something and take the lead, and then this mid boss fight they fought mid boss. They're all half health from having to have fought it. It's a 6v6, but one team's at half health, and Floorman just dominates them. An awful play. Awful play by melee creeps.
Okay, cool.
I wonder why they went for that.
Did he get trolled?
I
by the frozen
genuinely
shelter?
wonder.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Now I think of it, because obviously you can hold the hold that.
Someone said, "What is it with melee creeps and these
Fine,
awful mid calls?" Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't maybe any other play for him.
That was
to
a
make,
that was a
and
terrible
I guess
call
that's
by
part
them.
of the problem. He was out of the fight. Saya died instantly because Saya was low, and Ranger on the Kelvin just doesn't really have much damage at that point in time. So they're just getting absolutely destroyed in this fight. Ooh,
The shelter almost protects Florman at some point. You can see like Ido is on the outside of it. He can't really do too much. He throws a call bell in, but he's not in the fight at this point. It's tough. It's tough when you have someone like Apollo who really wants to skirt around the edges of the fight and get airborne and like do
Someone asked about Ido playing Mina, but Mina's banned, so.
But that's a tough one to come back. I mean, that's the kind of footage that you're going to be slowing down and trying to read pretty closely. We saw some really, look at this. Binding word, lasso, and the sort of the abduction there, I think was on...
That was Ido's
I was on the lap.
only good play this game, to be honest with you guys.
Ended up getting a kill either. That is crazy.
That was a good kidnap.
Melee creeps legitimately hit him with the chloroform.
My God,
Still
D-Mob
at
is
that
so
point
good,
in the
bro.
game, can't really do much to get a player advantage.
Puts the bomb there, ults
It's
him.
interesting actually. I think that mid boss fight kind of showed some of the issues here in terms of the
Last year with the alt
where you've got
refresher
Ido,
alt again. Oh my God, it was disgusting. He just slammed them, picked them up after dusting their head, and slammed them again. Ridiculous.
Good at brawling close range.
Actually ridiculous.
Against a bunch of heroes that really truly are really good at brawling. I mean, Mirage with the recent
Okay,
changes is kind
D-Mob went
decent at
7 and
brawling
2,
those
chat.
situations with the sustain he gets and the tornado. You got the shit.
His whole team played good except their Bebop.
Venator is amazing there because of course of the stun and just the close range damage.
Their
Last
coach
one
went
was
1
on
and
it,
7,
then
dude,
you're
on
also very good at those ranges. And so now when
Calvin.
you think about it like that from that framing, it makes a lot of sense how Florman completely outperformed
Wow.
melee creeps in those close range engagements.
All of melee creeps was
Funny 'cause, like,
negative.
when we looked at the draft, we were just talking up Florman's ability to like be really good macro wires and force fights whenever they wanted them, right?
When you lose a game like this,
undersold the
where it's
impact of,
40K,
Vader and
40
Mirage
kills to
as
15
game
kills, like
goes late.
it wasn't even
And
close. Like
obviously we talk about
they
you know,
dominated
possibilities
melee
scale
creeps.
all the time. But what DMB or Rock were able to do in these team fights, like melee creeps are just
You get out killed by 25 kills,
There's not
you
a
just
lot
got
of-
dominated. There's nothing else to
damage,
say.
There's honestly not a lot of durability either. Those guys want to get in, find a key carry, eliminate them quickly. Someone who, let's say, over a longer fight is going to have a really outsized impact. Let's say like the Mirage.
The
Like,
Bebop
get
bought
rid of them
Fleet Foot.
first,
That's
but,
kind
like,
of funny.
the Mirage is
I've never
actually,
seen a
like,
Bebop buy
inhibitor
Fleet
toxic
Foot.
bullets, escalating exposure, just like everything you can ask for in terms of just making it harder and harder for melee creeps to
That
win.
Mirage
Like,
build
the
looks
longer
insane.
goes. For
It
me,
looks
that
insane.
clock is
Quicksilver
the story of the
reload,
entire game.
escalating
The clock is
exposure,
the focus,
inhibitor,
finding ways to
indomitable,
win,
toxic
and the
bullets,
clock is the
recharging
focus.
rush,
You need to end them
suppressor,
quickly, and melee
and that's a
creeps do it.
nasty build there.
Interesting draft. Nice to see the return of Holiday, especially in the hands of someone who I consider to be a master of that role in Saya. The melee creeps
D-Mob
are
had
really
50k
underwhelming
player damage.
from about 18 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and Paradox, it's the Paradox story again.
Actually nuts.
50k damage, 27 kill participation. Shout out to DMB as the Venator also getting tied for kill participation with D-Mob is actually really interesting, or assists. But yeah, great game from Floormen, and I mean they're looking still just as dominant as they have every single week.
I won't argue with you on that one, Dan. We're back after a short break. This is the money match in shift number 39 at Deadlock.
Do we think
so far,
Florman wins again just as easily?
Left off last week, so don't go too far. At least one more game from this money match awaits after the break.
I was gonna type something, but I'm just gonna not do it. Damn, we have 7 minutes till it comes back, chat. 7 minutes was a long time. This yogurt dough is phenomenal. Actually phenomenal. Here's what I wonder. Do they really have to wait this long in between matches? Like, can you just give teams a 2-minute timer? Like, hey, you guys have 2 minutes to talk about what you want to pick and ban for the next fight. But we don't want... It's all about the viewers at the end of the day, right? Like, you're doing an esports tournament to attract viewers, to attract a prize pool. You're trying to put on a show. But having like a 10-minute break between each is not like great for viewership and putting on the show. Just my take. Give them 2 minutes to discuss their picks and bans and what they could do better, and then get right back into the draft. That's my take. Take the viewership. Let's see, what did they say? Yeah, I think there's a balance patch coming this week, hopefully. But if it doesn't come out tomorrow, then it probably won't happen, I feel. Someone said Ido owns part of Melee Creeps. I could see it. I mean, none of these teams are signed by big organizations, so. Someone said the children are spamming Metro nonstop. Those children are how I know this game's gonna be 100% successful. If children are playing it, everyone will play it. Yeah, it's interesting logic, but maybe it tracks. I'm going to just start some chat here. I said, when do we think the game will release? November 2027? That's just my guess.
Let's fix this.
Talking home repairs? An American Home Shield warranty can help protect appliances like your fridge.
Nobody responded to my chat.
This is
Oh, shit, they did.
appliances.
It just covers home systems too.
One guy responds to me, said, I think that's reasonable.
They'll repair
Hey, he agrees with me, baby. Hey!
It's about home warranties.
American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Someone said Metro is the face of Deadlock, like Ido is the faker of Deadlock. Wouldn't D-Mob be our faker? See if I can. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. I finished my yogurt. Finished my cereal. We have 2.5 minutes till game 2 of the grand final starts. This is the best 2 out of 3. I don't get shit on chat. Reason to be on team forever. Most probably player full stop. The EU people, what do you say? The EU people like Zergy? The EU folks like Zergy come close and then no one. Okay, yeah. I feel like Kelvin against a Paradox just waiting to be microwaved. I don't think Kelvin into Paradox is a bad matchup. It's freezing. Holy, I was eating cold ice cream and having a fan blowing on me was actually just freezing cold. Like, actually. Dude, the people that type that say anyone who plays character blank has no skill, it's just like the worst takes ever, bro. Every single character in this game takes skill. Yes, even Graves takes skill. That's why there's Graves players and Eternus and some stuck in like Emissary, right? Like playing Graves is so much about like having a perfect knowledge of your range of your weapon, because if you're slightly not in range, every time you're holding the trigger, you're using your ammo without actually shooting. So like you have to be a master at the distance of your gun and slide shooting to maximize ammo. Like there's a lot of intricacies to every character. Like even with someone like Graves, you want to be throwing the skulls behind the person, but not just when they're doing nothing. You want to be throwing them when they're multitasking, so that it's tougher for them to shoot the skulls because they have so much going on. There's just a lot of nuance to the game. You know, putting your ult down in the spot where you're able to parry to protect it, and your line in the sand to CC them from getting away. Like there's skill with every character. So I feel like every time someone says, "Oh, this person plays so and so, no skill character," like it's just a bad take, man. Especially because every character can be built differently and plays differently in different matchups. Dude, that was the funniest slash ult of the game. He picks them up underneath these train tracks, so he's only able to throw them like he gets 3 feet in the air and throws them 3 feet down. That one made me laugh in real time. God, him just headshotting the Calvin right there is just brutal. Blew his brains out, man. He said we need more popular people to stream Deadlock. I'm here, man. I'm trying to stream it. How do I reply?
We are knee deep in our money match right now here at shift number 39, and it's floor
Golden,
looking quite dominant.
Watermelon,
Fun to track,
Shark.
I think as the game went down, because we had both our teams draft very different comps with very different objectives and very different time horizons in which they needed to sort of win the game.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting because Floorman, even though they got off to a worse start there, because as you say, you know, there was definitely a better starting comp, the early laning phase comp, more tempo, I suppose.
What are the odds he checks out the stream and the watch party and watches himself in through my stream?
Edge on the walkers, which opened up more of the map.
That'd be incredible.
Into that key 20-minute mid-boss fight, which you know, we'll see if this next map tracks there as well. That it's a close game until.
Yo, someone just quoted XQC and said Deadlock is a game to be good if Ricochet the second item is a viable thing to do.
They can make different decisions. Perhaps not choosing Holiday.
I mean, well, I
don't know how to spell Ricochet. Holy.
Like maybe the ban strategy as well. We saw Dorman picked up for them, which I think is like a very, I don't know, I think it's very execution-oriented hero, but doesn't always pack the punch that you need him to.
Ricochet's second item is fucking meta, baby.
You know, being able to get these picks, right, and then create a player advantage. But when your opponents have scaled ahead of you by too many souls, that actually they can beat you.
The only mistake XQC made is not buying Ricochet first.
Even check in on like you know, buffs from golden statues over the course of the game, which I imagine that, you know, like Floormen were really ahead in based on just how powerful they looked, even outside of the numerical aspects. Let's jump into the draft here.
They're
just gonna ban this Mirage straight away. Certainly feels like you know, the Mirage got out of hand there on Floorman. This is
Mirage of course got out of hand.
One hero dedicated that just allows it to scale for
XQC build to go wild in Nightshift. Who's DDK and why are they deleting messages about it? People are really capping in Ida's chat.
It's interesting, you know, Doorman is kind of, you know, he was an insta ban, I feel like, you know, for a while, and he's been let through a lot today. And you can, again, it's because, you know, in this case, again, Pocket, got to get rid of him.
I think Deadlock will get more interesting once more heroes are added.
Many will take it again, so I'm still in the Doorman jail in that respect, to start off things with the draft here.
Yeah, okay. Well,
someone said put SK on a team. SK is like, I think they said they're stuck like Eternus 3, so if they're not even the highest rank in the game, I don't think jumping into the most competitive match possible is viable.
Sort of duo lane broken up here.
Yeah, someone said let's not experiment this time, melee creeps, which is true. Like, maybe don't draft Holiday, who I think is a bottom 5 hero.
You know, he's going to be playing what for Floorman. I think again.
Dude, the Pocket ban over the Victor ban is interesting. I think someone's gonna pick Victor before they go to the second round of bans, dude. I think it'd be a mistake not to. I genuinely think Victor is like a top 3 character in the game right now.
Like fighting back with maybe even Paradox Silver, I could see actually coming into play here. You know, there's the Silver who gets Sire on the Paradox. You know, you played really well with it. On top of that, you take away that opportunity for Gmov to be on it.
They first picked Doorman 2 games in a row.
Melee creeps here.
Didn't work last time, but they're running it back.
What level of priority they put
I
in that
already like Floorman's draft exponentially more than Melee Creep's draft. Especially if they take Victor right here.
Spot for him to be, doesn't have to sort of work his way out of maybe a trickier lane as that Warden. Still gives you pick potential.
Someone in all caps saying why is leaving Holiday open is so funny, man.
Hero because Paradox is going to be taken away again.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they had to pick it here, Floorman. Otherwise, it would.
Demov running back the Paradox.
I'm
Okay.
curious, you know, how the bans will fall now. There's.
I hope someone picks Billy, man. Billy is my favorite character. I love watching Billy gameplay.
Sinclair in this game potentially. Mo again, you know, Floorman, you know, banning the Mo. I don't know what the story is behind the Mo bans. I don't know. Maybe,
Mo ban again.
Maybe there's like maybe ZP knows.
Is that like a
He's always listening.
We'll see what you want about Mo. He's the best in the game at shutting down another team's best player with the ult.
Why you ban the Mo? You don't want to deal with Doorman Mo combos where the door gets set up and Mo
Victor
runs
got
through
banned.
and you instantly get comboed. It is like the most specific
Oh.
ban that only comes into play when Doorman is.
It's a good point. They said they're banning Mo because the doorman kidnapped into Mo ult.
yeah, okay.
Of course, of course.
Don't let Mo run through doors at you. Gotcha. Yeah, lock that in. Okay, Lash going to be picked up here again for Floorman. Looked pretty impactful.
Floorman almost have the same draft, but they stole Apollo, who I again think is a top 5 character also.
Strong team fight with Lash.
So still think Floorman's draft's going better.
Quite annoying to deal with. Melee creeps again have a comp that promises some early potential and now a scaling threat.
Here's the thing about Venator.
So
He's always a solid character. His ult is incredible. His shotgun is incredible. The only downside of Venator is his bear trap is one of the literal worst abilities in the entire game. Oh, a Celeste pick.
I already like this way better than the previous lineup.
Way better than Holiday, for
I
sure.
think to this, where especially with the Venator and the Celeste, you get way more skirmishing.
Celeste ult is good in team fights. Celeste has good movement.
Definitely going to be. I think,
She's got good spirit lifesteal abilities. Her shield is good.
But it does open up.
Ooh, Warden is very good.
In its stead as well. So DMB is going to be able to lock that one in for the team and just play that carry role again.
I also think Warden is a top 10 character for sure.
Silver combo we saw in our challenger game, I think, and that was pretty annoying.
Yamato.
Nice.
Wow.
Yo.
Okay.
Yamato.
Devo might be playing that
Here's
way,
my worry with Floorman's draft. On paper, and just me looking at it, Floorman's draft looks more looks very spirit heavy. I think like 4 of these characters tend to build more spirit than gun. So if melee creeps gets a lead and they buy like spirit resilience, it could be good for them.
Yamato has it in spades. Warden also can look pretty
This
scary
case.
later in the game. It was a pick. I was not exactly.
I only really play 4 characters. I play Mo and Krill, Billy, and Furnace and Graves. And when none of my 4 characters get picked, I get a little sad on the inside. Because I love looking at cool builds. Let's go to the bathroom real fast before this starts up. I have a little bit of time. Be right back.
Really hard
30
to
seconds.
It's hard to sustain again so much burst, and you know Shiv also with the Shiv movement and Paradox, like Lash, like these are all heroes that have insane chase down. Warden as well, you know, can move pretty quick as well. So I love the tempo possibilities from Floorman. I actually am very excited about it. But on the other side of things, you mentioned, you know, there's definitely answers to some of these potential problems. You know, Doorman has the ult to get out of trouble, as well as the doors. You know, Silver has the bowler to slow things down. You know, Bebop can obviously uppercut, and like there's answers across the field too for some of the chase down there. But I do think Floorman are going to try to tempo the hell out of melee creeps, and so the action should start thick and fast very quickly.
How resilient is melee creeps' comp to losing their Venator, having him picked off?
It's magic.
Doomed for them at that point.
You
There's a
know.
cube, which can certainly help against some of the
Never believe it's not
ability for
so.
Floorman. But what happens if he dies?
Yeah, I think the cube is
Stretch the
actually a good
legs,
point.
haven't seen
I think
for a
that's
fucking
the
hour.
interesting thing is that,
Let's go, baby.
he's-
Foreman, wrap this up 2-0. Send melee creeps packing. Send them back to the bench. Make them consider dropping another
for
player.
him to be able to have the safety
They're
to
shaking, dude. They literally dropped one of their players last week. Like, they're so desperate they're making changes to the roster. Because nobody has an answer for our boy Demov. Most player damage in the game. 7-2 last game.
With Floorman's picks as well.
My goodness, they are on a roll, man. The Floormen about to win like their 3rd straight Nightshift, I think.
So it does make Venator vulnerable, and you've got to be able to, like you say, you got to try to keep him in a spot where he can kind of get ahead and stay ahead. And then for Venator, it's all about, in some of these team fights, having just really good positioning. And I think that's another way where, Floormen can have some interesting answers where, get into the back lines with the Yamato is obviously, that's an expert, thing that a Yamato can do, getting into the back lines with the flying strike. Apollo obviously can also play to that effect as well with the lunges and stuff, and get in there and get out really easily with a repose. So there's definitely answers to be very irritating to the Venator. But with that said, you know, like
Dude, Tanner, who is a known Moncro player, said, "Why are Florman so afraid of Mo?" It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm kind of hyped for, right? Yeah, I initially thought the big bot would be a John pick, but
Here we go, baby.
might throw that into question. LA Creeps going
So
for what I
sad.
consider to be a much more well-rounded composition. They got a Celeste and Silver, they got the Venator here. The Floormen have drafted a pretty impressive beast as well. They get Shiv, they even get Yamato, they get the Paradox, which Dimov looked superb on in that previous game. The stage is set for quite the game number 2 here between Floormen and Melee.
I wonder if the Biden administration meta of Idaho's 10 death power spike will come into play this game.
Shift number 39, it's time for Melee Creeps to throw down, show us what they've got. They've, of course, made some changes, right, in terms of the roster, in terms of roles. It's time to see the fruit of those decisions.
Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go, man.
Yeah, and I really
I want to see who's playing who. I need them to load the
Demov is on the Yamato. It's just one
player
of the
usenames
things
above
in
each.
pro
I
that lots
think
to see.
Demov's on Paradox.
So, you know,
Oh
we're gonna
my
do stuff on
god,
screen
there's no
to-
way they
to
already
confirm that.
fucking
Obviously, against
paused
League,
it, bro.
League makes a lot of sense, and it does make a lot of sense that Demov is going to be on the Paradox, especially
Fucking
given that
pause
previous
lock.
performance. But League has a nasty Yamato, so that's going to be a really fun to see. And it's kind of cool too because, you know, League, I've seen League play, you know, the off carry a lot, and so, you know, with DMB playing the, you know, if he's playing position 1, you know, League is often in that position 2. But on Yamato, you're getting really active pretty quickly. So I can't wait to see that. And Yamato, Warden,
Dude,
on that left lane, Apollo,
Warden is
Paradox in the
so
mid lane,
annoying to
Floormen,
fight
and
in the
Floormen,
lane stage.
but have Shiv and Lash
Like,
together. So these are all pretty
he's
nasty
actually
lanes, I would say.
Thanos in the lane stage, I
But
feel like.
Melee
Throwing
Creeps,
his
they will
potions.
have the
He's
Doorman,
tanky
Silver
as
combo,
hell.
which has proven to
His
be quite
hook is a
annoying
lot of
as,
value.
we see, are we going to get a lane swap here?
Whoa, they are
Boxes,
lane
boxes,
swapping.
So, yeah, we're getting a lane swap.
Weird.
Okay.
So Shiv and Yamato are switching
Pushing
lanes
over
here.
towards the right-hand side of the map into that.
I wonder what their
Celeste
thought
line
process is
alongside the
here
Warden.
for that lane
Okay, so
swap
this means that
mid game.
Lash is going to be playing
It's
with the
interesting
Shiv
to me.
on, Roulette, excuse me. So the right side we're checking in with now. The League makes the switch over.
He's hunting the Viscous though. Hibiscus missing a parry. Viscous half health.
With the Cyber Samurai.
Yeah, I think this is nice.
Oh
I
my
think
god,
the
Celeste
Viscous
missed a
can-
parry
can
too.
really, you know, counter some of those
Her
shift
movement's
lines
so
as well.
good though. She's just constantly in the air, bro.
That's one good
I
reason
hate
why you want to make that swap,
trying to
so that you have
melee
those
her when I'm
trades
playing
in the
Billy.
lane
She's just
for
always
your shift.
floating. Same with like
Yeah, okay. Interesting. We see Venator in
Vindicta and Grey Talon though.
You know, Melee Creeps are trying to give John like a pretty
Wow,
solid
Fishcake getting
start to this game.
aggressive. They're gonna kill the Lash, I think. Yeah.
Serious pressure and not gonna be able to get away. Once again, Creeps get
Fishcake
off to
did
a
the
good
same
start.
thing.
First that rotates
Last game he got a really
into
early
the
pick
lane,
as well.
Getting battered by the Silver Doorman combo.
It's got a lot of damage, that is for sure. Okay.
I had to tell him I taught Fishcake that one.
All right, well, we'll see how you know, things go off the,
Do it
off of the
again,
box
Fishcake.
runs, if there's any ambush.
I love his name, bro. Fishcake is probably the best name in the
You know,
pro
it's not
scene.
too uncommon at this level of play to see these box
I
runs.
love
get
his
ambushed.
name.
It's not something you see as much in your lobbies, probably in matchmaking. Usually you get to run boxes.
I do stand by though. I
2
think
minute
John's
mark,
the
but
best player on Melee Creeps.
It's like it looks like this game is pretty. I mean, there's no harass. I was gonna say light harass, but there's not really any harass on the box run routes here.
No, yeah, both teams actually giving a respectful distance here. There might be something brewing though. Crimson slash into
Dang,
power
Yamato
slash.
couldn't hit that
Pretty
slash.
big chunk on Q, but sprightly as the Celestes are able to get away. Q would be even used by Ranger just to preserve the health pool of the Celeste here. The pressure though started to be felt. Now we're looking at that Guardian, and already like a healthy chunk of damage being stripped off of it here. What's the answer going to be? Looks like Floorman just kind of get to shove this lane for
See, like
free.
Celeste doesn't win that fight against Warden. She has no
an oppressive force early.
chance to even chase the
Yeah, I
Warden
mean,
because
3
he'll
minutes
just
in, that
kill
is
her.
A healthy chunk of damage to get with the resistances are very high at this point in the game in terms, and also like your damage is very low. So good pressure. Again, Warden and Yamato. It's a lot of control on the lane. Lots of damage from Yamato in variety of forms, and then Warden, especially with the Binding Word, can control space and force you
She's
back
pushing him with the
reliably.
shield though. I don't hate this.
Trying to get it punished and force Warden back.
Yeah,
And
look at that. That's
positive
good
tracer
damage she
against
did to Warden
I
there.
think that's exactly what Dew's been able to do on this Celeste so far, chasing him down. And there's the binding word. That's going to force you back. You got to respect that.
Ooh, they can probably fuck up Yamato a little bit too.
Anyway, honestly, there's a lot of poke in this Florman lane.
Very
But
interesting.
I kind of liked seeing Do go forward here and obviously abuse the window with the dazzling trick just to like win a favorable trade and get that health pool of DMB.
Celeste is playing pretty good here. Oh,
okay.
I like the parry attempt though. It would have been insane if he lands it. Wow. Wow. Dude, fucking melee creeps have played great at the start of both of these games.
But crucially, get the Venator ahead in souls. 3.3, 3.4k for John now.
Yeah, it's a healthy start. That is for sure. And now you're looking to try to find that way.
It's funny, I think Ranger's only hero pool is the
And,
support
so that
characters.
usually means, like, clearing the troopers as quickly as possible on your lane, and then try to get your way up to some buff positioning. So this is the wave now you want to try to clear out really quickly. Also, as much damage.
Missed
on
his
the opponent
spell as a bad
opponents
miss.
As well as also going
my
to go
opinion.
far. As you can see in this particular case on left lane, it's going to be advantage to.
Oh my god, he's in a bad spot here. Ido is in a bad spot here.
Knows his Makara game. A ball knower indeed. Still though, I think the silver's up there as well. So melee creeps able to move here.
He gets the movement buff.
Get that mobility buff.
Mr. Pencil, you want to come up?
Gets a gun buff. Keep an eye out for that one. Looks like League though.
Oh my god.
Chased on down. No
I missed the
escape.
Yamato dying. You wanna come up, buddy?
Credit, but you saw Dude was hot on his heels.
There we go, Mr. P. Welcome back to the party, baby.
We can sort of put
Yes, sir. Shout out Mr. P the cat, man.
Because these are the two position one carries on the team, and so we're going to be constantly like
Watch party with Mr. P, man. You made the thumbnail, buddy. You're in the thumbnail of the live stream.
Had a really effective start, but that gun buff will help DMB in his lane to have dominance.
Melee creeps doomed by Dora Ido. Oh, that's tough, bro.
League on that Yamato is going to start roaming very quickly and starting to try to snowball the rest of the Guardians across the rest.
Yeah, his bells haven't looked perfect.
Guardians low, big pressure.
They're gonna take the. They're gonna commit and just take the tower. It's an early tower, dude. They took it in less than 6 minutes. It's a really early tower.
That's the Guardian taken. Obviously, there's some golden statues we picked up here. Flying Slash, no Guardian to protect them here. How deep can Leave extend? Of course, Shadow Transformation is at the ready, but it's tough to pin the Celeste down, and Do is needed elsewhere.
Yeah, now, you know, you want the Warden to try to just farm up the jungle, farm up the lane, and as I say, you know, Yamato can
Oh wow, he almost got that parry. Oh my god. I don't think they're gonna be able to finish Venator.
The stabilizing threat is now making the way across into
Oh,
mid.
never mind. He ran back in under the Guardian and died.
Very, very important catch, and again, with how ahead
Good play by the Floorman, dude. Holy.
Zeno died for it, but I wonder if that's part of the wider plan for Floorman to get good Guardian pressure down here. Average runs into fish cake now. Clearly.
This is an interesting one because the Silver Out's going to proc and he might be able to do heavy damage on the lash.
There's plenty of fresh meat in the lane as eyes are turning over towards Rocker.
Parries the tower. He's just committing to the tower. Rocker trying to stop the damage, but there's a decent amount of Lycan Curse left and he just explodes. So the Fish Cake's just too aggressive. Like, there's no need to just risk dying for just a Guardian like that in the lane phase. It's not that important.
Yes, it's a huge threat.
I didn't like that play.
Good mobility, good damage.
Guy just kind of saw red. Metro would never give up, just saying.
Very dangerous trio. But speaking of trios, we got a trio from Melee Creeps reinforcing the middle position, which is where both Paradox and Yamato are for Floormen.
He said, what did Fish Cake just do? Bad play by Fish Cake, dude. Bad play.
Finish the job here. It's dangerous and he's mindful of it. So there's a door in place. Look at the rotation coming in here from
You're eating my mic again, bro. I can't. No. They drop.
Rocker appeared out of absolutely no.
No.
Looks like a badge
You can sit, but your head has to face away from the mic cord.
Ido exposes himself to a crap load of damage, and Rocker's able to finish the
Wow,
job.
I kind of missed Ido exploding there because I had to move my cat from eating my mic cord.
Really starting to put Zeno where he needs to be.
I'm locked in though now. I'm locked in.
Again, another really sick Paradox game so far.
Well, the chase down the dive here is fresh Lycan Curse. I don't know if
Tell you what, oh my god, what a parry! The moment that this game ends, I'm gonna have to queue for Deadlock. Here's the thing about Fish Cake, man. He'll have like moments of brilliance and great plays, and then he'll have a moment where he wasn't thinking and plays bad and feeds a little.
But no death slam or anything like that to zone them away. So it looks like this Guardian is like nothing Rocker can do to stop this.
No, and I'm be worried for Rocker at the moment. Hopefully there's not An overextension here. To be fair,
Like,
Fishcake is quite low.
Fishcake might just be dead here again. Like, he keeps just committing to wanting to take out the Guardian, which he finally did, but like, that's two unnecessary deaths. Like, I don't know, man.
I'm not sure, but I did see the Warden.
I don't know about that.
DMB was probably cooked there anyway, but there's a frenetic, quick interaction. All right, so we are tied up here, heading into the 10-minute mark. Obviously, it's mid-boss, but crucially, buffs coming up in just under 1 minute. Both these teams trying to maneuver for some of that positioning, and we're still looking at the Guardians, especially that sort of mid-side Guardian for Florman. That is still intact. The left-side Guardian for Melee Creeps also still looking pretty healthy.
Everyone keeps saying Ido won't get picked. Ido ain't the problem.
Behind where he was, but he's been given sort of the safe lane at the moment, just farming up on the left side where he's got the Guardian for some extra added protection.
Oh wow, they're fighting for the double sinners, Fishcake and Shiv here. Fishcake dead again. Like, that's another play of Fishcake just throwing, bro. There's 3 people there from Florman. Why? Why are you trying that?
So it might be a gang that's possible onto Rocket, but right now it does feel like
Especially by yourself. At least call for someone to give you backup on the gank, right?
This is now going
My
to be
goodness.
a very important moment for Melee Creeps.
I like that call from Florman, though, just to push into the double sinners on the Melee Creep side, and I managed to catch Fishcake slipping there. And of course, something worth bearing in mind right now is I don't think Average expects to be accosted like this. Back with a vengeance is Fishcake. Ido's picked up by Dimov, though, who is just going nuts. That's over towards the mid part of the with Framer.
That's the problem with Silver. Sometimes your ult pops in a scenario where you're not able to get any value out of it. So tad unfortunate there.
Visual conversion funnels. Test, then ship the best version with native A/B testing. And make your site react to visitors in real time with dynamic triggers. Always secure, always compliant. Turn traffic into traction with Framer.
Yeah, Florman able to push off the staging ground of their...
Let's go, baby. Good earn turn in from Ranger. They needed that. They were falling behind until that earn. He might be able to get out here with his ult. It looks like he does. Ido Bell helping that out. Oh my god, though. Never mind, bro. I spoke too soon. He gets fried by D-Mob, dude. Holy. The big boy green ball can't get away.
Kills. And yeah, they're still ahead, right? Even with that earn pickup. What is the next part of the plan supposed to be? Has Xeno found John here? He's at 11k souls, looking very, very strong. So for the time being, it's a matter of going after some of these camps.
And right now, you know, Florman, they've still got that mid Guardian up, so it's helping to provide a lot of extra control for them. And I think that's something that Melee Creeps simply can't have stand as they start to assault this mid position. They're looking for that Guardian.
A little door play here just to push this Guardian down. They're going to get the mid Guardian eventually. Melee Creeps, of course, get some important souls there. Here's that Hotel Guest active. That's Xeno out of the fight. Definitely one of the players you want to target early. Coolbell, the harass league, already looking a little bit low.
Yamato ults. Just slices Fishcake in half and goes in with the grappling hook to try to get Ranger, but they're going to back off.
Like a pastry now.
Wow, Fishcake is racking up the deaths, bro. He's died at least 4 times. We're only 12 minutes in. Ido went down to 2 health there. No way. No way. Oh, they got it.
Xeno going to be credited with the pick off on the doorman. And this is all happening right in
Bro, Floormen are going to win this game. It's the writing is already on the wall.
And there's a chance to turn
Holy man.
They got good mid position, but Xeno might be caught out.
Yeah,
oh well, that's a good pick.
Yeah, you know, there's a really good lane.
A really good pick right there.
Again, I think we're just seeing it time and again. Florman are doing a great job in just having more map vision, you know, pushing the waves all the way down. And the other thing too is that when you push these waves, and you're kind of just doing a better job with that.
Someone said, Team-Up bought Veilwalker on Paradox again, it's over, bro. He's nasty with Veilwalker.
There can't be X amount of players in certain positions because X amount of players have to be dealing with these waves that are crashing, etc. So got some advantages on the map to abuse, and nice connections on the shivs. That's going to send Celeste back. There's a lot of damage. One more shiv is going to be painful.
Someone said another Melee Creeps lost.
Killing blow, but unable to get the extra shiv in there.
League being chased down. It's going to be hard to catch this Yamato, though. Where's an opportunity, though, for Florman to sort of regroup their positioning? It's really scattered right now. Maybe because they're sort of caught up with this idea of pressuring this right side walker, but that's been undamaged so far. Florman in flux, it appears. Not quite sure where to
No
put the
walkers
Florman.
have been taken out yet, though.
Stronger and stronger. 14k souls for him. Cube's got to be used there for Ranger, but this is a pretty low value target. Still apparently worth death slamming. Good ball there. It's not gonna
Wow,
save
Rangers
He's
got
gonna pick him off,
destroyed
and
by the
now
last
trying
shot,
to get a work on
dude.
this Walker. Still some fighting to be done, though. It's the Silver that's turned up. Fishcake here already chunked down to half health as see very quickly Rocket descends on their position. Sire going down. This is a big problem now. Can Fishcake at least get some value here? They've teamed up with Do. It looks like Florman pretty light on this side of the
Fishcake's gonna get that.
Walker, left side Walker starting to get pressure.
Never mind, Celeste got it.
To stop the bleed and quick.
Paradox
It's
getting close to taking out the first walker of the game now.
Are just able to pressure and force these imbalances that give them opportunities to have just incredibly advantage fights against objectives.
They're gonna take this walker without question.
Again, they did this in the last map as well. And hey, you know, there's a response from melee creeps. They're going to be trying to push that right side walker.
First walker down in less than 15 minutes.
Walker is down to half
Not
HP.
bad.
If they could get some value here on this right side walker, well, in the form of kills or the objective itself, that would be a great equalizer. But they're not going to be able to do it because across the map, Floormen are sprinting to try to find a way to punish this.
I think they're trying to get double
keeping the
sinners
pressure on
instead.
mid too.
So it looks like, yeah, they thought about double sinners. They've gone to the secret shop. There's also an urn spawn, so plenty of reason for melee creeps to be on this side of the map, but they didn't really get enough done on that right side walker. Survivor buff here for Do, but DMB does get mobility on the other side of the map, and Ido's a little bit exposed here through mid. Urn, remember, still in the back pocket. Right now, Ranger is going to be able to get that one to hand, but Rocker's going to drop down. Oh, flying slash. That's going to have to be a cube. Yeah, no two ways about it. Ranger here out of the fight, though, while Dude starts to take the brunt of damage. This is getting dangerous. Fishcake and Ranger, well, they just vaporized, didn't they? Dude, how are you supposed to get away? Quickly slips out, but that urn has been taken up by Floormen. And John is just desperately trying to ignore
Jesus, man. Ranger's not the right guy, bro. Ranger is playing the worst on melee creeps. Followed by Fishcake, but they should just have Fishcake play a comfort pick like Billy, dude.
That John's going to be able to do in his current position. His team is being evaporated. You know, Venezuela can't go in without some kind of support.
Apollo is escaping every time from that ult.
And gets delivered. And again, you can't get away from this team. You've got Lash, you've got Paradox, you've got Apollo and Yamato. There's no way to get away from this. And here go the lunges again. The flawless advance to find.
They're playing a bunch of high movement characters for sure.
I mean, you can't get away from these people.
I mean, this is still kind of sick from Do.
Oh my god. This fight is crazy.
That is sick from Do,
bro. Doing crazy.
Ankles, that is insane stuff. Do,
wow.
Bit of a prodigy there. Quite the moment to take on Xeno. In fairness,
that was a nasty fight.
Still, that was pretty damn awesome. Melee creeps me behind by 11k souls, but still able to find moments of brilliance like that. That was sick.
Yeah, it's huge. You know, Celeste can certainly go really hard in this game. You know, but so good on the mobility herself. I think the vitality buff really helping out in that fight too. And you know, the map's starting to settle down a little bit. As you say, a 10k difference, so certainly very doable to kind of bring things back into relative control. A walker down though for melee creeps, and you've got a few minutes now until the next you know, bigger objectives. So a lot of map to be played with. Floormen have been typically very good in this situation to find fights, and that's what they're going to do on the right side of the map here again.
Oh, what a hook from Bebop. Warden tries to ult to stay alive here.
And hey, that's not the most subtle. Subtle as a sledgehammer, in fact.
He gets out.
It does get DMB out alive.
Shiv
well, Ranger goes
fighting
down.
Silver?
Dude might have gotten away. Yes, they have escaped on the zip line. Now you got to reckon with Sire, who's coming back very angry as one of his teammates was assassinated. But that mid walker, I'm looking at it. League worked it on down. We are 3 walkers to 1 right now. Floormen have a nice big advantage. Starting to get ahead in terms of souls, and there
wow, yeah, they're up 2 walkers
on this roster that are going to make use of that soul deficit or that soul lead. Look at League up to 19k, Dan.
Yeah. Again, it's just so cool the timing from Floormen. You know, they take this fight, they find this gank on the right side lane, and in the meantime, they're trying to split push. They're split pushing off of that, and it's just so hard to react to that effectively. League, I think, sort of backdooring it a little bit, you know, hitting that mid walker from the back, and now
someone just said melee creeps hasn't come close to beating Floormen in weeks now, team diff, and it might be true. Ever since they got Demov, I tried saying.
Obviously, the extra souls as well. So you know,
they're up 15k now.
Melee creeps are only working with less and less. That said, like, you know, just like you mentioned, Mitch, it's not an unrecoverable deficit.
Let's run a statue buff graphic as well. Let's see how many. Oh, hold on. We got a fight here. We'll get that run for you in the meantime because I want to look at that briefly. Catch here on Xeno. Dangerous is the Apollo. 18.
Apollo is super dead.
But Xeno's able to slip away, and here got the rest of Florman. They're going to collapse into the middle part.
Wow, he gets away.
He's not there to fight. John,
Doorman.
time for Venom to shine. Binding word goes
Rescue beam.
as the rescue beam and door is used, but drops Rocker, ready to fight. Death Slam off cooldown in about 12 seconds. In the meantime,
Fishcake dead. There's no mid-walker to save them.
Seem to be the two first on the kill feed in these fights. Unfortunate for them now, as Rocker might be hooked in. It's disruptive more than anything from Saya. But that's a big lead for Florman Haven. Why don't we just mid off this?
They're up 17k now.
Yes, that's a problem. In the meantime, you know, I mean, looking to get a walker.
Dude, trying to get a walker here.
But did they actually go for it? It looks like they are not going for the mid.
They needed that one.
It's preferable to that. Here's your golden statue.
Looks like he might buy counterspell next.
This is also why League, by the way, who is, you know, in a decent soul place, is still going to be something that you.
Ooh, these fights in the double sinners rooms are intense, man.
League on the gank, trying to make that ambush work out, but sorry again.
He gets hooked. Well-timed Yamato ult.
This is I don't know. This is
looks
still
like they
a
get
pretty tricky
away.
fight. I think neither team super happy about this one.
Yeah, like I think your Shadow Transformation there, which is a long cooldown, don't forget, over a minute to dissuade any sort of pursuit. So
Saya is playing pretty good on the bebop, but its due is just carrying him, bro. Like,
have, you know,
and this Viscous being at only 13k is gonna come back to bite melee creeps badly.
Average has the casting buff here. Do pick up gun buff, so not the worst situation for either team in that
They're
regard.
baiting the urn.
Potentially being laid here. Obviously with last stand at the ready. It's in mid where the action is.
Dude, that long work day killed me.
Pretty quickly, otherwise that Walker's going to take some damage. And there's also the question of baiting mid boss as well.
It's a very interesting spot because melee creeps can kind of afford for something to go wrong as long as it doesn't result in a mid boss. But for melee creeps, if something goes wrong, they're suddenly really far behind.
Demov is the faker in face of Deadlock, man.
They can't really afford to put a foot
I wish they'd show the damage stats right now.
In the meantime, it puts melee creeps in more of a reactive state.
I mean, they're literally up
getting caught potentially
10k, so I guess melee creeps reduce the lead quite a bit, actually. It's just this Viscous that's still only at 13k that's really holding him back. Oh my god, I thought he hit a hook.
Kind of can, but also has to shine, if at all possible. Paradoxical swap here. Do able to walk away from this one, though. Yeah, able to remove that debuff and get back to business. That's important. A lot of souls on the Celeste now as well. Do definitely position to be a key player in the late stage of the game. We're brewing a fight here on the right-hand side of the map over this urn. AVG, or average runner, can rotate over pretty quickly, and he's starting to do that now. We're about to converge here at both sides. Looking for the Paradox to be impactful, but it's a 26.
Oh my god, does he get this turn in? He
And
does get the turn in. Holy shit, they need to rework Yamato's hook. It should not go through walls like that, bro. That is crazy. You could see he was hesitating if he should go through the door or not, and he does, and just gets destroyed by Venator ult. Wow.
Hang around in this fight, and that might be curtains for this right side Walker.
Oh, no.
Holy shit, Demov got that?
He was at the door. He was almost through into safety. But it's, of course,
wow. They go to do mid boss here. They have a 4v2.
As well. He's getting chased down. Again, it's just so hard to escape.
And they kill him, so now they for sure go mid boss, right? It's a 4v1.
It's gotta be. At this point, look, I mean, the vast majority of your souls are an average of 30
The ship
seconds
didn't
away from being
start
back
the
in
mid
game.
boss though, so
That
that's
is
interesting.
pretty insane stuff. Saya just hooked the MB here though, so might be trying to be disruptive around mid. Should be a
Wow, that's a good pick.
Binding word goes off. Saya's gonna get chunked down here. Demov is hoping to make short work of the bebop, get him back on a long cooldown time.
Did he get the stamina buff? He has so much stamina, bro.
So no mid boss opportunity off that fight, and you can see how careful Florman have to be about John.
I need to start buying Veil Walker, dude. This item seems nutty.
Fight, and Florman had to be really careful as their souls are distributed much more evenly.
Why is Ranger doing mid?
They could make it scream and try to fake this one out, pull off. They do obviously have the door
Guess
as well.
they
to
have a
play with.
one
That's gonna be
player
very
advantage.
helpful in
This
those
is this fight could
situations, and they're actually gonna go
could
for
really
it.
change the outcome of the game, dude.
All right, mid boss getting low. Door gives them the escape though, and they can duck back in and try and contest this whenever they want. This definitely feels like it favors melee creeps. It's about getting Don and Ju.
Bro,
John
this
and
is
Ju, though,
insane.
in positions to
This is
succeed.
fucking
This door will actually
insane,
deter
dude.
it, as long as it is open. Mid boss here will, of course.
I can't right now. I'm
revert
so
to
nervous
doing
watching
straight
this, bro.
after
This
some
is an
time.
insane play. All of
Very
Doorman in that
interesting
door.
little standoff now.
What the
Both sides
fuck?
aggroing that mid boss respectively. Here comes the dash low cold front there, pop by Xeno pretty much straight away. Door.
The door closed.
Floormen can break this one.
Wait, did they just get it for free?
They knew the door would only be temporary.
Oh my god, they just got it for free! What? No! No! No!
Sorry.
No!
What? They just open the door and let it close in their face? I'm sure there's like an idiom there somewhere.
Wow.
That is a massive mistake. At some point, melee creeps had to go for it. I don't know what
What?
happened there, Dan.
What?
I don't know.
No
Yeah, I'm
fucking
not entirely sure.
way.
To be honest, though, it
Alright,
was-
everyone deserves to
it was
troll
just-
Ido after this, bro.
It doesn't feel winning for melee creeps, regardless. You know, they're all basically in a choke point as well. He's just playing around. the door.
What?
So I was very.
Are you
very
kidding
much-
me? Yeah,
very
that
much
is the most
play
iconic
out, but the door
night shift
closes. I don't
moment
know if it expires
ever.
Or if it was accidentally.
Oh my
pushed.
god,
I'm
that's so
not sure,
memeable.
But Floorman did have the advantage, and now melee creeps. Oh my god, they're in such a tricky position. 21k down already, and we're off a fresh rejuve. The
What
map is-
just
everything is
happened?
freshly spawned as well, and Ido's gonna pause. I mean,
Okay.
who else?
Without explaining it, of course, because this isn't what we do. I think hopefully like average.
He's looking at how the door works.
Purpose. It's a mouse, guys. You're full of shit. You're full of shit, all of you. Wireless mouse use is crazy. So let's see how this plays out. So the door is open, right? And eventually they're gonna fight for this. You would think. Mid boss low. They back out. Okay. We're poking. The door shuts and.
And panic.
I'm sorry. That is, and you can see Floormen are expecting a fight.
Yeah,
Like
they'd rather all just kind of just go through the door and just try to have a bad fight than that. That is for sure. I just don't know.
We
I don't
do know that door.
Unreal.
Like, it has a temporary duration. The doorway, what? It only lasts for 20 seconds. I think. Before like reductions, rather for duration increases. Okay,
And
well,
again,
the silver pretty much straight away. It's an easy.
They got the
dub.
urn too. It just
There's
looks
no
so over. They're up
resistance from
30k. The viscous that's poor as fuck is about to
We
die.
can talk about it, bro, because after that you're gonna be so tilted. There was a key miscommunication I think that happened for melee creeps.
Wow.
This game's over.
Yeah,
This
the-
game's super
for
over,
us,
bro.
Shout outs to Super as well for the watch party as well, jumping back in. Yeah, this is not good timing. If you're a fan of melee creeps here, getting utterly
See if
demolished.
Dimov.
Oh, the base
He's
is just
1
free
HP
at the
right
moment.
now.
Shrines
John
are being
dead.
battered, and the team has been wiped.
This is one of the most absurd culminations I think. Of
Dude,
Nightshift that I've
I
ever
think they
seen.
could just end it
Yeah,
here. They
let's
still have
go
all
in.
3
We're gonna
rejuve
keep
charges.
player. We're gonna show it to you in
If
super slow motion.
they can pick off melee creeps as they do phase 1 and 2 of the Hidden King, it's just over.
And they already had a bit of a lead. Felt like John and Do were the only ones on melee creeps that could really hold them back. Now though, that sole lead is
Wow,
entirely
bro.
ameliorated. Floormen now have AVG back up to 31k. Xeno looking scary. League also.
Oh man, it looks like they're leaving. That's disappointing. I'd want to see just one last fight to finish it. Because it's a 50k lead and full Shrine's dead. You know, it's kind of just writing on the wall.
And make one more push for the game.
It's a mid-bite boss history fight for the history books, dude. Holy.
Oh, rough spot. I mean, to be fair, you know, Floorman, okay, they're just...
Metro door stays open forever.
the mid.
Metro, the face of Deadlock, would never blunder like that. Oh, they backdoored it.
Can we call that a C9
They backdoored it.
on mid-boss?
Doorman's not even here. They might have C9'd.
I think it meets the qualifications.
That's crazy. Well, folks, pack it up. Floormen
That's game.
once
Holy
again,
shit, dude.
Your champions here at Nightshift number 39.
Dimov,
dominating
goat.
A fourth consecutive, if my math is correct.
Wow, 4 consecutive night shift wins.
Walking away, of course.
GG. Shout out to Floorman. Thanks for the first watch party, guys. I love live streaming and I